Yeah. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head down, just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Man, ain't no way I'm finna listen to you spit with your PDF supporting eye. For you finna get clip, idiot. Poses wise when truth approach you, close your eyes. Hold the lies and show your pride is oversized in your replies. Trying to teach, but you only came to preach. Lying about Jesus, who you think you finna reach. In your speech I hear the weakness, that's why you won't shut up. Demons in your ear convince you to be evil is what you disagree. It's history, too late to change it, it's a thing. Wins ain't free round here, bro. When you speak I'm listening. So if you think you finna be hitting me with your wizardry, convincing me to give a free platform, you're tripping, G. I don't mince words, I don't get purrs who don't deserve the way. Why don't you learn? You've shown you've earned it, so deserve your fate and so discern what happened here, so you learn your place. I know it burned, but grow and turn from falsehood into grace. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head down, just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Just pay close attention, that hateful ambition is why you done failed your mission. Your faith is a prison that makes you a victim, that's why you ain't breaking my rhythm. You ain't finna get in, my spirit is sealed. Don't know your God, can't say if it's real. To me he sound awful like Satan for real, trying to convince me he made us to kill. What are you stupid? This is the war of the spirit, but you don't know it or walk it or live it. You don't see what's happening, you're walking into it. You're dead where it matters and lost and diluted. You can give pain, you can give hate, but don't wanna take it. That is your way, you will give hate because you love Satan. I'm not finna pause my day to listen to someone whose Lord is hate. I'm finna walk away. Yeah. Whoa. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head down, just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Yeah. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head down, just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Man, ain't no way I'm finna listen to you spit with your PDF supporting eye. For you finna get clip, idiot. Poses wise when truth approach you, close your eyes. Hold the lies and show your pride is oversized in your replies. Trying to teach, but you only came to preach. Lying about Jesus, who you think you finna reach. In your speech I hear the weakness, that's why you won't shut up. Demons in your ear convince you to be evil is what you disagree. It's history, too late to change it, it's a thing. Wins ain't free round here, bro. When you speak I'm listening. So if you think you finna be hitting me with your wizardry, convincing me to give a free platform, you're tripping, G. I don't mince words, I don't get purrs who don't deserve the way. Why don't you learn? You've shown you've earned it, so deserve your fate and so discern what happened here, so you learn your place. I know it burned, but grow and turn from falsehood into grace. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head down, just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Just Pay close attention, that hateful ambition is why you done failed your mission. Your faith is a prison that makes you a victim, that's why you ain't breaking my rhythm. You ain't finna get in, my spirit is sealed. Don't know your God, can't say if it's real. To me, he sound awful like Satan for real. Trying to convince me he made us to kill. What are you, stupid? This is the war of the spirit, but you don't know it or walk it or live it. You don't see what's happening, you're walking into it. You're dead where it matters and lost and diluted. You can give pain, you can give hate, but don't wanna take it. That is your way. You will give hate because you love Satan. I'm not finna.
Yes, sir. This about to be crazy, man. It's about to be a whole 8-hour session. Word, going for another 8. Let's do it.
Watch your head. Watch your head down. Just get. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head.
What up? What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you for joining me over here at the Word and I, man. Good to see you. If you're joining me over here from Life 2.0 or God Logic 2.0, you go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get all the live streams and all of the content that I put out. Okay, appreciate it. We got us a super chat already from King's Moonlight. Appreciate that. King's Moonlight said it's the Timu word. Drop that beat, DJ Wordy. I've dropped the beat just for you, King's Moonlight. That's what's up. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate it. What's the simple question? You come on up and then I will let you know what the question is. I don't talk through the chat, so if you really want to know, hit the guest request at the bottom and you more than welcome to come up. All right, I think Truth was first. What up, Truth?
Aloha Snack Bar. How are you?
What's going on, man? You Muslim?
No, I want to know what the simple question is.
Oh, yeah. It's for the Muslims. I don't want to give it away, man. You sit back, relax, and you'll see.
But I did say Aloha Snack Bar. You didn't greet me.
Aloha Snack Bar to you too, brother. For sure, man. All right, who we got next? We got us another super chat from Harvest Noel Crawford. Oh, where'd it go?
Hello.
Oh, there you go. Let me read the super chat. Harvest Noel Crawford with the super chat says, "Hey, Teach, here's some Jesus snacks for you too. The Lord Jesus bless you." Appreciate that. Harvest Noel Crawford. She always gonna look out for me, man. She gonna make sure that I get some Gatorades, some Powerades, and some snacks. Appreciate that. For the Soul Apologetics with the super chat. Appreciate that. Says, man, nobody just destroyed a Unitarian. Haha, God bless your life, bro. Love you and life. We love you too, man. We love you too. Speedy, what's going on?
I'm a Christian. I'm not a Muslim or anything, so.
Yeah, if you want to know the question, just sit back, relax. We'll see. You'll see.
Absolutely.
All right, bro. God bless.
God bless, brother.
Watch your head. Friendly, watch your head.
Put your head down, yeah. Watch your head.
Prince, what's going on?
Not much.
What's happening, man? You Muslim? Okay, he went to go drink coffee real quick. Are you a Muslim, Prince? You gotta come back to the screen. I can't hear you. Prince. What's going on, Prince? Whenever you get a chance, invite back up, Prince. We got to keep the show moving, man. Got to keep it moving. Only Muslims request, please. Arf, what's happening? Arf, you on stage?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's going on? You Muslim?
Yeah, I am. Alhamdulillah.
All right.
I have a question for you.
I got a question first. You see the background? It says Muslims can't answer this simple question.
Okay.
You answer my question. We do it with this topic. Then I will answer yours. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You believe that the Islam goes all the way back to Adam, correct?
Yeah. No, that's not true.
Oh, Islam doesn't go back to Adam?
What the fuck? Somebody's calling me.
Islam goes back to Adam or not? Oh man, he just left. We got us another membership from He Is Enough. One for me. Appreciate you for joining the memberships. Appreciate that. Good looking out. Nathan, you're not loading up. Let's see. So we're 0 for 3 already. He just ran for no good reason. All right. If you're a Muslim, you want to come up, and then if you want to know what the question is, you're more than welcome to hit the guest request. Guest requests are open. The guest request is open for all Muslims that want to come up. Only Muslims, please. Muslims only. Matter of fact, let me create this see if I can create this little sticker real quick. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe they can't see it. Maybe they can't see. Maybe they just don't get the point. Let's see. If you're a Muslim on YouTube, you're more than welcome to come up. They ain't gonna be able to say they don't see this. All right, that right there. Put that right there. That right there. Muslims join only. Can y'all see that? TikTok. Can y'all see that? I see it. Ones. Yes. Okay, that's what's up. Zero skill. You on YouTube. Of course you don't see it. Well, you can see it. You should be able to see it. Zero skill be playing, bro. You be playing with me. Don't be playing with me, man. Okay, we got Prince back. What's up, Prince?
Hello?
Prince.
Not much. How about you?
I'm good. You Muslim?
Alhamdulillah.
All right. You believe that that Islam goes back to Adam?
Yes.
Okay. Man, you got a loud background noise, man.
No, you good. It's quiet now.
All right. Before your Quran was revealed, how would you prove that Islam goes back to Adam?
It was steps.
Huh?
First came Adam. After Adam,
how would you prove it? How would you prove it? Before Islam, before your book, before your Quran was revealed, how can you prove that Islam goes back to Adam? Where would you go?
The Qur'an.
The Quran wasn't revealed. Pay attention. Lock in. I said.
No, you said how do you know that if Islam was back all the way back to Adam?
I said before your Quran. I said before your Quran.
Before the Quran, we don't know.
So you can't prove it.
Before the Quran, no. We can prove it now with the Quran.
Thank you very much. You just proved the topic of the live.
That
you can't
that
answer
was
this question. Simple
okay,
question
perfect.
that
So
you can't answer.
How can you do it with Christianity?
Say what?
Let's reverse it. How could you prove it with Christianity? That Christianity was available all the way to Adam.
So you're not gonna even attempt to do it with before your Quran?
No, I'm just saying. Let's do it with Christianity.
Okay. Did Allah say He revealed previous scriptures before your Quran? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So why wouldn't you use the previous scriptures?
Okay, perfect. So He gave the previous scriptures to the Israelites, basically, people that follow the Torah. And what happened was they kept on sending prophets to show them the right way, the way of Allah. And what happened to most of them was they were betrayed, unalived, or basically disapproved. So they kept on sending them until Jesus came
That's not what I'm talking
from the
about.
Holy.
That's not answering my question though. So how would you prove that Islam goes back to Adam before your Quran?
What's the question again?
How would you prove Islam goes back to Adam before your Quran?
I got you 1 second.
I don't know. I don't care about the stories. I don't know. I don't care about the stories. I want to know, how would you prove it? Come on, Prince.
1 second. I'm looking for I have Qur'an.
You did what?
I'm looking for an ayah. You want me to prove something?
Your Quran wasn't there, bro.
Was Christianity there? No.
Oh my gosh. All right, man. You too slow to have this conversation, bro. Watch your head, dog.
Watch your head, dog.
Watch your head, dog.
Yeah. Watch your head.
Full Muslim. All he knows is his Quran.
المطبخ نظرت دجاجة كثيرة اللحم وريش مدندل.
Exactly, Inky Fingers. There's no script for it. There's no script for that. Oh, we got the Imam in the building. What up, Imam?
Hey. Salam al-Masih, brother word. Salam al-Masih, brother life. God bless both you brothers.
Salam al-Masih to you. So Muslims can't answer this question, man. They can't answer it. I like this topic because it's open-ended. You can go anywhere with this. You can go literally anywhere with this. This might be my topic for the next week or two. I ain't gonna even lie. Because this can go anywhere. You know?
Yep.
So Muslims, you want to come up, you're more than welcome. And try to answer this one question, simple question, that Muslims can't refute. They can't answer this. Like literally. All these Muslims around, they have no answers. They believe a certain thing, but they can't really tell you. They can't really give you actual evidence for nothing. They have no evidence. They have no answers. They have nothing. Wife beater, I know you're not a Muslim. You see it says Muslims join only, please. Sammy, what up?
Hey, and one of the people in the chat pointed it out.
Can you guys hear me?
Salam al-Masih to the live chat as well.
That right. What's up, Sammy? Sammy, you on stage?
Hello?
What's
Yeah,
going
I
on?
can hear you guys. Hi, how's it going, my man?
How you doing?
Good, brother. Good. Not too bad. How you been?
I'm good, bro. You Muslim?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, excellent. We just asking a simple question. Hopefully Muslims can
man.
answer it.
Yeah, and beforehand, I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. But I just want to state that I am not a sheikh or imam. I am a follower of the religion of Islam, and I consider myself a student, so I'm learning every day. But yeah, by all means, ask the question.
Deep dive.
I'm an imam anyway. I got you.
Standard
Oh, lovely.
narrative has holes. Leave it at that, ya akhi.
That's okay. You believe that the Islam goes back to Adam?
I do believe that, yeah.
Okay. How would you prove that Islam goes back to Adam before your Quran?
So how can I prove that Islam goes back to Adam before the Quran? Well, I believe, and the Imam who's here with us can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Adam, the way that he used to pray to God was similar to Muslims in the sense of prostrating to God.
How would you know this?
I agree.
But how would you know this?
how would I know this?
Yeah.
Because as any follower of Allah, God, you would prostrate to God. And Adam, being that he once was in heaven, this is an act that I would believe that he would take part in. I can't prove it, unfortunately, but this is what I believe.
Right. You remember my initial question, can you prove that Islam goes back to Adam? Not that you think or you believe. Because you can't it doesn't, you can't
If
show
you're
me
looking for
where
proof, I'm the wrong guy to ask in that regards.
Hey word. Why you all hung up on that word prove thing? Y'all hung up on that word prove. Can't we just believe word?
I mean, you can believe anything you want. You know, you can believe anything you want, but we just got to know what you believing in is factual, or you can prove it. That's it.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, I mean, you haven't demonstrated me that Islam goes back to
Well, I
Adam.
can't provide you proof. I can't provide you proof of that, but I gave you the best answer that I could come up with.
Right. So is that the only way? Like, how would you, like, what would you find Adam doing this before your Quran? Do we got MK in the building? Hey, brother Chris.
Yes, sir. You need Imam's help too?
Oh, MK ran. MK, come back. I seen you, bro. Come back. You've been yapping in my YouTube chat forever. Right. So do you believe that, Sammy, do you believe that Moses was a Muslim?
I do.
And Dawood was a Muslim?
Any prophet of Allah was a Muslim, in my opinion.
Right. And they was given previous revelations before your Quran, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Right.
I believe,
so why wouldn't you use their revelations to prove that they was Muslims and Islam goes back to Adam?
So let me ask you this. When you're referring to revelations, which revelations are you referring to specifically?
The revelations that your Quran talk about.
Right. So your question is, if the revelations that were provided before the Quran, how come those revelations aren't referred to?
Well, why wouldn't you use those to prove that Islam goes back to Adam?
I mean, maybe you could. I don't know.
You wouldn't think you would be able to? They're Islamic revelations, correct?
Well, at the end of the day, the final revelation that we were presented with was the Holy Quran. Okay. That being said, that was the final book, and that's what we refer to as Muslims.
I understand that, but you also make claims that that your religion goes all the way back to Adam. So you shouldn't just have to be confined to one revelation, the final revelation. You should be able to demonstrate that this religion that you follow is in continuity with the previous revelations that was given to the other prophets, so you can trace it back all
But
the way
again,
back
when
to
you're
Moses
saying
and
previous revelations, are you referring to like the Torah, for example?
the Torah, the Injil, the Zabur? Yeah.
Well, like I wouldn't really refer back to the Bible, for example, because the Bible was written by man.
I didn't ever say the Bible.
But would that not be considered a revelation?
I don't know. Would it?
I'm asking you.
Is the Torah that Allah revealed in the Bible?
At the end of it, well, yeah, the Torah is a part of the Bible, right? Like, what do you guys refer to it as?
Right. We call it the Torah. So did Allah reveal the Torah that's in our Bible?
I don't know if he did or not. That's a question for the Imam. I wouldn't be able to answer that.
I got you on this, Sammy. Yes, he did. Word.
Right. So the Torah is in our Bible.
Okay, but what about the other part of the Bible that was written by Mike, Luke, and all those other guys?
Yeah, your Quran confirmed those too.
My Quran confirms the literature of Mike, Luke, and those guys.
His name is Mark. Matthew.
Who's Mike?
Sorry, I don't know. I'm literally naming random names.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with all of them.
Yeah, that's Mark, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So, like, you're telling me the Quran confirms their scriptures.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, you can't say sure. It's yes or no.
Sure is a yes.
Okay, but to my knowledge, the Quran doesn't speak on those things. I don't know where you're
So,
getting that
the-
from.
Calls it the gospel.
The one
correct?
thing that I would say here is the Quran does identify the Injil as the revelation that was given to Isa. And weirdly enough, I believe it is in Surah 48 or Surah 43, where it goes through the parable of the seed. Now, we can only find that in the Gospels. So you would think that if Allah was referencing, you were thinking if Allah was referencing it in the Quran, then that would be the Injil, right?
But to my knowledge, the Bible wasn't written until many years after the passing of Christ. So how are you saying the Injil was given to Jesus?
What do you mean many years after the passing of Christ? What do you mean by
Like
that?
the Bible wasn't something that was readily available during Jesus's time. It was after he passed did Mark, Luke, and all those guys come together and make the Bible.
Yeah, because it's a biography of his life. Yeah, it came after.
Right.
Because as long as he was there, they didn't need to, physically write out everything he said because they was right there with him. So once he passed away and was crucified, then they wrote about his life, his mission, his teachings.
Right, but a
etc.
moment ago, your friend there said that it was presented to Jesus during his time.
He didn't ever say that.
No, he
No,
did.
I said I said the Quran states that the Injil is the revelation given to Isa. That's what I said.
Okay, so just to confirm here, because I don't want to be confused, when we're referring to the Injil, we're referring to the Bible, right?
Are we? That's the question.
Well, that's what I'm asking
that's
you.
the question.
No, that's what I'm asking
We want to know
you.
what the Injil is.
What is the Injil?
Because you just said it's not Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Okay, cool. It's not that. What is it?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
If it's not Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the only thing in human history that we ever accounted for has been the Injil, and then your Quran comes along and says that your Allah revealed the Injil, right? So what book is your Quran talking about? What's the Injil then? If it's not Matthew, Mark, Luke,
I don't. You're asking the wrong guy. I don't know what he's referring to as the Injil. But at the end of the day, as Muslims, we believe that the Quran was the final book and the book to follow from there on out.
Hey, Sammy, why would the Quran reference a concept that is found in the New Testament if the New Testament isn't the revelation that it's speaking of?
That's a very good question. I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah, because there is no question. There is no other mysterious Injil that your Quran speak about that the Muslims want to tell us it never existed, and it's not Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, because all we have in human history that has existed as the Injil or the gospel, because the Injil just means gospel, right? That's the only thing that we have ever recorded or have records of as known as the gospel is Matthew, Mark,
Right.
Luke, and John.
But see, this is my problem, right? Like, I've studied all the religions across the world during my time in university, and I was born into a Muslim family, but I took the time upon myself to study all the religions to understand which appropriate religion to follow, and I came to the conclusion that Islam is the most logical religion.
Sammy, you can't do that after saying that Mike. You can't say that after saying that Mike was one of the four Gospels. Like you couldn't have studied Christianity very hard to say that Mike was one of the four
I went to a
Gospels.
Catholic high school. I studied Christianity. I majored in religions, right? Like,
You
I
would know that Mike isn't a gospel.
And you actually
Yeah,
passed
I
it?
agree with you. I'm sorry I don't have the names right off the top of my head, and I apologize for that. I should, but I'm telling you that I did study all the religions, and I can say that I came to the logical conclusion that Islam makes the most sense. So, for example, one thing that never made sense to me, and that I always ask Christians about, and every Christian I ask gives me a different answer. And I ask them to explain to me the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. and every answer I get is different from the last person that I asked. So I'll ask you now, what is your explanation or definition of the Holy Trinity?
Well, that's not. You know, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about
I'm asking
why
you
your
about
Quran, and believe me, we can get to it. But first, you would have to substantiate that. How is your Quran confirming something that's either non-existent that no one ever heard of, or it's either confirming the previous scriptures that we know as the gospel, as Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And then
But
while on
again,
top
I
of
don't
that,
think,
while on top of
to my
that,
knowledge, the Quran doesn't confirm the scriptures of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John.
what
Like,
is it? Okay,
I've never
that's
heard of
what I'm
that.
asking you. What is it confirming then? Have you ever read this Injil that your Quran confirmed that's not Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John? What is it?
Well, at the end of the day, Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, they're humans. They're people like
Have you
me and
ever?
you. They were
That's
followers
not
of
my
Jesus.
question. That's not my question. Please stay focused, bro. Have you
Sure.
ever read
Go
this
ahead.
Injil? That's because you keep telling me what it's not. Okay, it's not. I already agree with you for the sake of the argument that it's not. I'm asking you what it is. Have you ever read what it is? What was you talking about? What was the Quran talking about? What book is
Okay,
that?
so your
Do you
question
know
right
anyone
now,
that
have I
read it?
ever? I do know people that have read it, and I have read it personally.
You've read the Injil that's not Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
I've read what you guys referred to today as the Holy Bible.
That's not what I'm talking about. You remember the Bible's off
Well,
the table. We're not
therefore,
talking about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. We're talking about what your Quran is talking about. Because it's not Matthew,
Okay.
Mark, Luke, and John that you say. So what Injil or gospel that your Quran is talking about?
Right. If in that case, based on your definition, I have not read the Injil.
Okay. Do you know anyone that's read it?
Off the top of my head, no, I can't say I do.
Do you know anyone in history that did they have it in Muhammad's time?
I don't know.
I can help you with that one.
You don't
too,
know nothing
Sammy. I
then,
got your back. I told you. I got your back, Sammy. I told you this already. The Imam.
I appreciate you, brother.
So in Muhammad's first revelation, remember when Khadijah took him to see her cousin, Warqa bin Nawfal, correct?
Okay.
When Khadijah took Muhammad to Warqa bin Nawfal, he was translating the Injil into Arabic as much as Allah willed.
Okay.
So the Injil had to exist at the time of Muhammad because Warqa was translating it into Arabic.
Okay.
Right. So, okay, bro, I appreciate you for coming up, Sammy. He's like, you don't know much, so I'm not going to hold you to a corner, and ask you questions.
Well, yeah,
that you just
in
don't know.
regards to this specific topic, no, I can't say I'm too knowledgeable on it.
All right. I appreciate you coming up, being a good sport about it.
No worries, man. You guys have a good one.
You too, bro.
Yeah, man.
Oh, no, I
Have
got
a good night, Sammy.
I got a couple people on YouTube. Let me see who I got here. Who is this? Skeptic Disciple.
What's going on, man?
What's happening, man? Are you you're not a Muslim, are you?
I'm definitely not a Muslim. No, I actually was going to hop on and give a boy a quick analogy that helped me with the Trinity. I hate when everybody says, Christians give different explanations for the Trinity
We can't
because
hear
it's kind of
nothing if
all
you stop.
analogy so people can understand. And that's why different Christians give different analogies. It really just kind of depends on how they manage to understand it. You know what I mean? So I was just going to share that with him real quick. But yeah, I'm definitely not a Muslim.
All right, appreciate it, bro. So I guess you are a Christian.
I am. I'm what you would call a 56-year-old baby Christian.
Oh, okay. Now,
So I kind of put off my study and kind of making that decision for a lot of years. And so I've only recently just started diving into all the different religions, trying to figure out what I believe. I've only recently been able to accept the Trinity myself, where it's something that I didn't question. That's something I always question. I think most Christians do. And I think a lot of them just sort of accept it without really understanding it. And I didn't want to have something so foundational. Basically, when the storm comes, be able to wreck me. I wanted to honestly believe it and understand it. And I finally got there literally like a week ago. And this is after, again, I'm old. I'm 56 years old. You know, I've always argued it. I've never understood why that people had to accept that Jesus was God, you know, on earth. The word became flesh, and it took a while and some study, and you know, it finally got it. It finally clicked, you know, where I was like, okay, I get it.
Okay, amen, bro. I'm glad that you came to the truth of it all, and I appreciate you for coming up, man.
Ain't no problem, man. Thanks for having me on.
You too, man. God bless you.
You too.
Ash.
Hey, I just want to say W's in the
shalom,
chat
man.
for
How
baby
you doing?
Christians.
Yeah, big dub for baby Christians. What's up, Ash?
Nothing much, man. I was hoping I could double back, as you said last time we spoke, and talk with you about Zechariah 8.
Oh yeah, man. I'm this is a stream for Muslims right now though, bro. Yeah.
Got you.
You know, I do Christian topics, I could do Muslim topics. So
Can we set up a discussion, me and you? I don't mind if you simul stream it. I do a show usually on Saturdays, but I might go live Sunday if you got time. It don't have to be no less respectful than our last discussion.
yeah, you can hear me through my email. I'm gonna put it in the YouTube chat right now.
All right, I'll keep an eye out for it.
And you
How
can
your day going, though, brother?
It's going great, man. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. I'm above ground.
Great. That's what I'm talking about, right? Better and better each step in the months. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but I just posted my email in the chat, so you can hit me through my email and we can try to set something up, bro.
Okay, I'm looking for it now. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it's in the YouTube chat, in my YouTube side, not in the back channel, not in the back here. It's in my YouTube side.
Okay. Okay. I see it. I got you.
All right, bro. God bless you.
All right, shalom for sure.
Yeah,
everybody calling out for the smoke with word.
Yeah, it was we had a decent discussion last time, so you know, it's all good. I don't mind talking to him again. Let's see who we got in the guest requests.
Was that guy Hebrew Israelite or?
Yeah, he an Israelite. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
You're not loading up Guap. Oh, let me see Guap. If you in here with us, man, we got 180 people, man. I hope everyone has hit the like button, please. Hope everyone has hit the like button.
Hey, y'all don't get word up to at least 50K here in TikTok. I'm gonna have to remind y'all what you need to do. So come on, y'all. You don't need the imam to remind y'all, right?
Look like you might have to remind YouTube too, because we missing like 75 likes so far. So if they don't get them up, we're gonna have to sit the imam on y'all.
I'm gonna give them 10 minutes. And I'm being generous, y'all. I'm giving you 10 minutes. All you gotta do is click off that chat, hit like, and click right back on that chat. Hey, but I'll give you 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, we're doing another like check.
All right. Why ain't none of these people loading up? TikTok been tripping lately.
There's a dude in the
your name Wife Beater. I'm not bringing you up, bro. I'm not bringing no dude named Wife Beater up. What you say? I mean,
there's a dude in the chat, Don Long. He keeps spamming to come up, so I'm assuming his argument must be spectacular.
Okay. Yeah, I have a great argument for you.
What's up, Don Long?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. What's happening?
I have one question for my Christian brothers.
Hold on a second.
Hold on.
Are you we're not asking questions. You're answering questions.
I'm a Muslim. I just want to know who died on the cross.
Muhammad. Now, can you answer the question?
I mean,
that's false. Are this a trolling page? Because I could troll too.
But that's what you came up here to do, right?
No, that's a real question. Who died on the cross?
Muhammad. Now, are you going to answer our question?
Out of the Holy Ghost, the Father, and the Son.
You didn't come here to ask questions. You came here to answer. Like, bro, what is wrong with these people? I'm trying to chill tonight, bro.
Hey, word. Come on, man. I've been trying to get Crash to come out. I think another 3 minutes of that guy, we might have got Crash Bandicoot tonight.
Full Muslim.
على شاطئ المطبخ نظرت دجاجة كثيرة اللحم وريش مدندل.
Who else we got?
Amin's on his zen right now. He's on his good vibes. We don't need him crashing out, but we want him to.
I try to every single day, bro. Every day. But these guys, man, they make it hard.
We got Sal with a Sal has become a member. Appreciate that, Sal. Appreciate that. Oh, and then Sal, he's gifted out 10 memberships. Looking out, Big Sal. Appreciate that, Big Sal. Put dubs for Sal in the chat. I don't know, man. Holy used to be the chat boss, used to be giving them all out. Now we got Big Sal in the building, giving them all out.
Roger.
What's up, Kebab?
How are you?
I'm good. What's up with you?
You guys Muslim?
Are we what?
Muslim.
No, are you a Muslim?
I had a question.
Are you a Muslim?
No.
Okay. God bless you, man. Watch your head. What's wrong with these people? Jam, what up? You on stage?
Aloha Snack Bar.
Didn't you already come up?
Yes, I did, man.
You
Thank
on a
you.
different channel.
Aloha Snack Bar, man.
God bless you, bro. Okay.
Hey, word. Hey, word. I just want to talk to you.
Man, you guys believe in human sacrifice for salvation.
Hold on, Donlon. What were you saying about 3 equals 1?
You guys are human
Hold on,
sacrifices.
Donlon.
You guys follow Paul. You do
Donlon.
not
What were
follow
you saying
Jesus.
about 3 equals 1 in
You
the
guys
chat?
follow
Okay,
Paul.
let's mute the dogs.
What were you saying about 3 equals 1 in the chat?
3 equals when you believe in 3 gods.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Did Muhammad also believe in 3 gods as well, or maybe 3 different types of shaitan? Because according to your authentic hadith, he had to spit over his shoulder 3 times. So maybe he did it once. Shut up. Maybe he did it one time for the Father, another time for the Son, and another time for the Holy Spirit. Can you answer why your prophet?
The Council of Nicaea.
Can you answer? Shut up. Can you answer why your prophet spit over his shoulder 3 times? Why couldn't he have just done it once or twice?
The Council of Constantine, the Council of Nicaea. That's how you.
Yeah, Council of Constantine. Get down.
Watch your head.
He literally said the Council of Constantine.
In their authentic hadith, I think it's Sahih Muslim 2203 or Sahih Bukhari 2203. It says that Muhammad spit over his shoulder 3 times to seek refuge from shaitan. Everything happens 3 times in their religion. Jibril came down from heaven, sent by Allah, and choked Muhammad 3 times. Why are they so obsessed with the number 3, yet they try to blaspheme the Holy Trinity? You guys are ridiculous, bro. Like, literally ridiculous.
Do not say 3. If there's anybody on YouTube that want to come up, man, I seen somebody, Truth was asking what was the topic. If you're a Muslim, you can hit the link at the top of the chat. You can come up and have a conversation on YouTube. So the YouTube, you can, if you don't agree or with the topic or you want to know, if you're a Muslim, you can come up and hit the link at the top of the chat. You can come up and we can have a discussion. Official Truth. If you're a Muslim, come up, hit the link at the top. Yeah, in the Council of Constantine. Only if you're a Muslim.
Hello.
What up, Living?
Hey, what's up?
You
can I
Muslim?
give my Trinity analogy and you tell me if it's correct?
Are you a Christian?
What?
Yeah, I'm Christian. I have an analogy.
Hold on a second. Wait.
Don't
Hold on.
use analogies, bro.
Can you say that Muhammad is a false
Oh,
prophet?
really? You don't think so?
Hold on,
All right.
living. Can you say that Muhammad is a false prophet?
Of course he's a false prophet, and he got mounted too.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, is analogies really bad? Like
Yeah, because there's nothing
like
that's
for real? Like just an
analogous.
analogy to.
There's nothing analogous. Once you do all of these analogies, they break down to a certain extent, and then it's going to
Yes, sir.
form and to some of heresy.
Because someone said my analogy was bad. I tried telling a bubble coming out of a big bubble, like the second begotten son coming out of an eternal bubble.
Yeah,
Is that bad?
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Don't use that.
I dropped him. He's trolling, bro. He's trolling.
Word Unbox with the super chat. Appreciate it, Word. She says, you're mean. Maverick's mean. Bunch of meanies. Come on, Word. Don't be like that, sis. I tell you, you can be Word too. I'm just the OG Word. I just playing with you. I like playing with you. Don't be like that, Word. Prince, what's up? You on stage?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Good. What question can I not answer?
Are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Okay. Was you believe that? Let's see where we gonna go with it. Okay, I'll do the same one for right now. You believe that Islam goes back to Adam, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Before your Quran, what would you use to prove that Islam goes back to Adam before your Quran?
Before the Quran, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, they all taught one God.
Where would you go to see this?
Yeah, they did. Word.
Where would you go to see this before your Quran?
The books that were among the people,
What's
like the
that?
Torah, the Zabur, the Injil.
Okay, so do we have those books today that we can go back and read them?
Not exactly. Like we have parts of them, but not the entire books.
Did they have them in Muhammad's time in the 7th century?
No, it was lost even then. That's why the Quran had to be sent down.
Really? Did Allah knew that these books will get corrupt?
Yeah, he knew, and then he said he's going to send something in the future where it's going to be perfect and not corruptible.
So you're going to go to a book that's corrupt to prove that your religion was to come?
What? Not fully corrupt, but it's some parts of it are lost.
Well, how do you know what part is corrupt and what part is not?
Because the Quran tells us which part is right and which part is wrong.
But the Quran wasn't revealed yet. We're talking about before your Quran.
Well, the Quran was always with God in heaven.
That's not what I'm asking you. How would the people know that was on earth before the Quran was revealed? How
because Muhammad brought miracles.
We're talking about before Muhammad.
Oh, before Muhammad? Yeah, probably the Christian idea was the most correct before Muhammad.
The most correct, or
yeah,
was it correct? Because we're talking before Muhammad, but you believe that it was actually corrupt.
It's partly corrupt, not entirely.
So how would they get a correct message on a partly corrupt book?
Because there are Christians that believe in one God.
Can you if the Quran was corrupted, would you be able to follow your Quran and your religion correctly if parts of it was corrupt?
Yeah, if parts of it become like inaccurate, then we need a new book after the Quran.
Right. So then let's take that back. You said, okay, that means that we're going to need a new book, but that means you can't efficiently follow your Quran if you have corrupted books, correct?
Right.
Okay, so before your Quran, you telling me that the Christians and the Jews had corrupted books.
Right, they became corrupted over time. Originally, they were fine, and then over time, they gradually became less and less correct.
Okay, so it doesn't matter at that point because they still ended up with corrupted books, correct?
Right.
Okay, so you're going to go to, because remember, this is before your Quran. At what point in time did these books get corrupted? Can you pinpoint it?
I think it's more gradual, kind of like evolution, how it gradually evolved from one species to another.
Yeah, but I'm asking you, at what point in time would you be able to pick, at this point in time, this is where I'm going to go to use this book to show that Islam goes back to Adam. What point of time, what century?
I think by the time Muhammad came, that's when it really reached the critical point where it really diverged.
But I'm saying you still eventually had a slowly degradation of the correct scriptures, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so before that, when you go, because you don't want nothing that's corrupted at all. You don't want to do that because then that's going to lead you astray. So what I'm asking you is then what point in time would you go to say at this point in time these books was good, authoritative, and we can show that Islam goes back all the way back to Moses or to Adam? At what point in time would
Adam,
you choose?
Right, I see what you're asking. Yeah, I would say that the Bible does contain, generally speaking, the correct stories about Abraham and Noah and Adam and the prophets.
All right. So when did it? So is the Torah corrupt too? Because we was talking about the New Testament. Is the Torah corrupt?
The Torah too. I mean, it's got a lot of similarities to the. So we're in those parts where it matches the Quran. I would say those are still not corrupted.
But we're not talking about that. So now you have another problem. Because not only would you not know exactly when to go to get the New Testament or the Injil to know this part is not corrupt at this certain amount of time, but even when you go back even further, you run into another dilemma because now the Torah is also corrupt. So what part in time did the Torah get corrupt? So you can go to that and be like, well, in this century, the Torah wasn't corrupt because now I can use this Torah to go back to Adam.
Which is why God always sends prophets to remind the people again.
So you wouldn't be able to do it.
It kind of sounds like you're saying, Prince, that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but over time, like over hundreds of years, it just
you got
goes
some
from
crazy feedback. I mean, I don't know what you got going on.
Me?
Yeah, it was coming from somewhere. It didn't happen till you started talking. Say something now.
Something.
Yeah, it's you.
That's weird.
Do you have it in headphones or something?
Oh, what about me? Does it sound like that when I'm talking too, or no?
Nah, you good, Chris?
No, it's a mean.
Yeah, it's a mean.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is it an echo still? Is it like a feedback delay?
You good now.
Yeah, Prince, it sounds like what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the previous scriptures went from like maybe 0% corrupt, and then over decades, hundreds of years, millennia, or whatever, then it became like 100% corrupt. Is that your understanding?
No, not 100%. No, I would say it just became corrupt. It reached a tipping point. So whenever the corruption reaches a tipping point, God sends a new prophet. It happened throughout Abraham, Moses, all the different prophets of the Jewish prophets, and then it reached a boiling point among those prophets. That's when Jesus came as the major prophet.
That's a presupposition that's why they came.
But it's fine though. I mean,
there's no evidence for that the scriptures got corrupt. So that's why these new prophets came. There's no evidence.
Well, what other reason? I
can go with
send new prophets then?
Because they die and get old, and then he want to continue on his revelation.
But why?
So
if Abraham is perfectly correct, why do you need anyone after Abraham?
Prince, wait a second. Wait, just wait a second. Like I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna grant that for the sake of the argument. If that is the case, then you realize that you can't actually know that Muhammad is a true prophet.
That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm demonstrating to him.
Why is that? In other words, where is that jump from?
Because in the Qur'an it says that Muhammad is the seal of the prophets, correct?
Correct, it says that.
Okay, does it say that he's the seal of the prophet, singular, or prophets, plural?
Prophets, plural.
Okay, who were these prophets?
All the prophets mentioned in the Bible.
But I thought the Bible's corrupt.
The message gets corrupted, yeah, over time.
Okay, but who brings the message?
The message is brought by the prophet.
Okay, the prophets, right?
Prophets, correct, yeah, plural.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if Muhammad is the seal of the prophets, but you can't actually know what the prophet said before him, then how can he be the seal of them if you can't verify that he is the seal?
No, I mean, a lot of them are verified, and they match what the Bible says in the Quran. So you have to basically read the Quran and correlate it to what's said in the Bible.
I've read the Quran like 2 or 3 times over.
Mm-hmm.
What prophet in the Bible matches what Muhammad taught?
Jesus.
Really?
Are you sure?
Moses.
He
Okay,
went to
hold on a
Moses
second.
now.
Why'd you switch from Jesus to Moses now?
And Moses. I was a comma. Yeah. Let's stick to Jesus then.
Are you sure you want to go with Jesus?
Yes.
Okay, Jesus said he's the Son of God. Jesus said he would be unalive for sins. Jesus also said that he was that he was God in flesh, bro. What are you talking about?
Jesus doesn't say that. Not in the Bible.
Yeah, he literally does.
He literally doesn't.
Wait a minute. Okay, who's the first and the last?
Where did Jesus say I'm the first and the last?
He says it 2 or 3 times in Revelation.
In Revelation wasn't written by Jesus.
Nothing was written
So
by
what?
Jesus. Your Quran wasn't written
So
by
what?
Muhammad. So what?
Quran
So
was
what?
written by Muhammad. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
Oh
it
my
was.
God, bro.
Your Quran was written by Muhammad.
Yeah, Muhammad wrote the Quran.
He couldn't read or write.
Bruh.
Right, he spoke it.
We're talking writing,
He didn't write it though, right?
But Jesus did not speak the revelation.
bruh.
What do you mean he didn't speak it?
He didn't speak it. The revelation didn't come out of Jesus' mouth.
Who said that? Who? Whoa, what? So who? What
Book of
happened to
I'm
him?
talking about the book of Revelation. The book of Revelation didn't come out of Jesus' mouth.
How do you know?
Because we know it doesn't claim to be.
How do you know that the words that we see in Revelation are not the words of Jesus? How do you know that?
Where does it say they are?
Because it actually quotes
In the-
Jesus in the Revelation.
Yeah,
in
it
verse
actually
says-
What are you
says.
talking about?
It quotes Jesus as the third person. It doesn't quote Jesus in
Hold
first
on,
person.
Prince. It actually
You
says,
can't quote nobody
I,
in the first
Jesus,
person. What are you doing?
in Revelation 21, I believe, it actually says verbatim, Jesus says, I have sent my angel to speak these words unto you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, those little sentences in there. Yeah, there are sentences in there that Jesus speaks, but it's the
Oh
book
my
itself
God,
isn't
bro.
written by Jesus.
Word, I don't know if I can
What
do
you
this
said?
tonight,
I mean,
bro.
where are you getting this criteria from that something must be
I
spoken
got,
by
bro.
that person to be actual revelation?
That's what a revelation is. A revelation is what God
No,
gives to the
not,
prophet.
not spoken, written. Where do you get this from? That revelation have to be written by the person that it was spoken, that spoke it. Where's this criteria coming from?
That's what a revelation is, right?
No, revelation is somebody speaking something. I'm talking about it had to be the same person that writes
Speaking,
it.
but right, speaking and then written. So, well, even for the Quran, it wasn't written directly
Okay, so
by
why
Muhammad.
why are you holding this standard for Jesus?
Well, because with the Quran, it's claimed
I'm
that
not talking about the Quran. I'm talking about Jesus' revelation. Where are you
in
holding
the
this
Jesus
standard?
revelation, the
Why are
only
you
parts
holding
of
this
the
standard?
Bible.
Hold on. Why are you holding
Oh,
this standard that Jesus must be the one that actually wrote this? Where are you getting that standard from? When Muhammad
the parts that he
wasn't the
spoke.
one that wrote the Quran either.
the parts that he spoke,
So he had to be the one that write the parts that he spoke.
he has to be the ones that spoke it.
Oh my dear Jesus. We know
I'm
this.
trying to.
He is the one that spoke it. We're talking about you gave a criteria according to Revelation that the reason why you can't accept Revelation because Jesus didn't write it.
Didn't speak it.
So word.
We said that he quoted.
and
He is
behold.
quoted in Revelation. And
He's
you
quoted in Revelation.
And-
Is the
yes.
entire book of Revelation
It
the
says.
quote?
It says here. Just 1 second. It says here. And behold, I am coming quickly, and my reward is with me to give everyone according to his works. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. He's saying, I am. So this isn't John saying, oh, Jesus is the first and the last. No, this is the writer saying that Jesus stated these words.
Right, I am the
That's
first and
what
the
we're
last.
saying.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
I got
if you
you.
got
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Right. So if you have a problem with that, then you must throw all of your hadith literature out the window.
No, I got you. Okay. But what is that? Is that claiming to be God, you're saying?
The first and the last. So who do you think is the first and the last? Is this a divine title for only God or what?
Apparently not. Because even the Imam Ali
Apparently
said that.
not. Apparently not.
Imam Ali said the same thing. I'm the first and the last.
Oh, wait, he's Shia.
Oh, you're a Shia?
I'm Shia. Yeah, Imam Ali says that.
It doesn't matter because even in your own Quran, it says that Allah says He is the first and the last.
Mm-hmm.
So this,
but Ali took it too. I mean,
divine
Jesus and
title?
Ali would be the same in that sense.
Is this not a divine title?
It is. It is.
Okay, so do you think Imam Ali is God?
In that sense, yeah.
You think
Shias
you
believe, we
think
believe that
Imam
as
Ali
Shias.
is? You think he's God?
Yeah, but as Shias, we believe that, yeah.
Okay, you got multiple gods then. You're a
Bro,
polytheist.
no,
Yeah,
bro,
there's
that
only
can't
one
be
God.
correct. I do have a question here because I'm curious now. What's the Shia definition of shirk then?
They don't have
Yeah,
one,
there is one.
evidently.
There is one God. So I as Shias, we believe.
No, just 1 second. What is the definition of shirk?
It's to say that
Delicious.
to see that God to say that God appears in the human being directly.
No. Oh, where do you get that definition from?
Well, that's clarified in the Qur'an.
No. Again, where do you get your definition of shirk that God enters human form? And it doesn't mean that you elevate someone to the equality with God.
As a mirror. Yeah, Imam Ali says I'm God in the sense of a mirror reflecting the sun.
How is that not shirk?
Because the sun doesn't go inside the mirror. The sun is only reflected in the mirror.
It doesn't matter. He's making himself equal with Allah. How is that not shirk?
As a reflection, he is. That's not shirk.
So he's making himself equal. How is that not shirk?
Because when you look inside the mirror, you can see the sun, right?
I'm still waiting for how it's not shirk.
Shirk would be if the sun went inside the mirror, is what Christians claim, that the sun, the physical sun, the celestial body, entered the body of a human being. That's shirk.
That's not what we claim, bro. That's not it.
So I guess
you have a good one, bro.
What is,
watch your head. God bless you.
I guess
can't deal with it.
Tawheed just gets thrown under the bus right there, bad.
Yeah, for all the Shia Muslims in the chat, we apologize. Yeah, because that dude did not. he did not represent you guys correctly.
كثيرة اللحم وريش المدندلين.
Let's see. I got somebody.
He could have been one of those. He could have been one of those new Shia though that follow that Kamadi guy.
Could be Hamza. Hamza, you on stage on YouTube? Hamza, you on stage? Hamza going once. Hamza going twice. All right, you just stay in the back. All right. Let's see what we got.
We actually could have brought up Saeed and that other Shia. We could have had a Shia Mubahala up here, really.
Sajid.
Yeah, no. Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, so as a Shia, I just want to say Imam Ali, we don't consider him a god. I know that there's like a small sect of Shias that are like, I know like some Alawites, they believe that he's like a prophet or almost like a god, but majority of Shias don't believe that. Like I don't believe that.
All right, appreciate you for clearing that up, bro. Did you want to have the discussion, or you was just coming up to?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, what's the question?
Well, the same question that I was asking him. How long have you been here?
I got on not too long ago, so I didn't hear the original question.
Well, I believe you feel the same way, that you believe that Islam goes all the way back to Adam, right?
Yes.
Right. So before your Quran, what would you demonstrate and bring to us that show us that Islam does go back to Adam before your Quran?
So in Islam, we have 6 articles of faith, which is like believing in divine decree, the angels, heaven and hell, etc. Right? So pretty much the Torah and the Bible align with that.
Okay, so you will use the Torah and the Bible to prove that Islam goes back to Adam. Am I getting that correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Well, technically, the Torah is in the Bible. So.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So, do you believe that the Bible is corrupt too?
I believe. Honestly, that's a tricky. I believe it's been altered. Yes, because I mean, for me to be a Muslim, Islam wouldn't make sense if the Bible wasn't corrupted.
Right. So how would you know?
Hey, man, at least he's honest.
Yeah. So how would you know when you go to the Bible and try to show us that Islam goes back to Adam, that you're not reading things that's corrupt, that things that was added.
Well, so then in Islam, the Quran was written to, I guess, correct what has been altered, and whatever it didn't correct, we can accept it.
Right, but the Quran is not there yet for you to proofread the text.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. So before the Quran, the reason why I say Islam goes back to Adam is because Christians, Jews, everyone, right? They believed in one God. Christians and Jews, I can say, right? You guys believe in angels. You believe in the divine books. Believe in the prophets. Believe in the day of resurrection, and then believe in divine decree, right?
How do you know that those verses are original to the text, though?
What do you mean? How do I know?
How would you know that those verses about believing in one God, the angels and such, is original to the text, if it can be actually corrupted?
Because the Quran confirmed it once it was here.
Your Quran's not here.
But the original texts contain those.
But how do you know? How do you know?
Because your books, the books today contain them.
I know.
Look,
how do you know
Sajid.
they're authentic to the books?
Look, Sajid, what we're asking is really simple. It's like, imagine you buy a car, right? Have you ever bought a new car before, or have you at least just bought a car in general?
Yeah.
Okay. So you buy your car, and it starts to rain. And you're driving your car, and then it's raining really, really bad, and you start going through mud puddles and stuff, and the car gets really dirty. And then you go back to the dealership that you bought the car from, and you say, hey, car salesman, yeah, like, why did you sell me a wet, dirty car? And he says, what are you talking about? No, the car was perfectly clean. It was dry when I sold it to you. You say, no. It had to have been dirty and wet before I bought it. You did something to it. Would you what do you think he's going to say to you?
Well, yeah, that would sound ridiculous. But
Hold on. So let's stay here for a minute. This is what you guys tell us when you say that the previous scriptures are corrupt. And then when we ask you for reasoning as to why we, the people who have the scriptures, who've always had them, who never did anything to them, why we should believe you, you then just say, because I said so. So this is why we're asking you, okay, if you're going to point to a text in this corrupted book to say this is a proof for Islam, but the rest is corrupt, we're definitely going to ask you, how do you know? So can you prove to us, how do you know that this verse was never altered or changed to say whatever it is that you think you agree with?
Well, no, I'll be honest with that. Any factual proof or factual any evidence, there is no evidence, I'll grant you, that it was corrupted or altered. No one will find it, right?
And
I'll
that's
grant you
not a
that.
problem for you? That you can't prove that with any kind of evidence, and you want a 2,000-year-old religion like Christianity to just take your word for it?
Well, no, you see, so that's why, as a Shia, I think, my wife is Christian. I think Christians go to heaven. I think Jews go to heaven. I think that that's where faith comes in. I believe in the Prophet. I believe in the Ahlul Bayt. I believe in the miracles that have happened. And that's for me what proves that it's true, what's in the Quran. And I understand why you guys don't, though. I'm not being
But you
unreasonable.
realize, but you realize, whenever it comes down to believing, whenever we try to analyze what we should believe as human beings, we always go with what's more plausible to believe. Even in the court of law, this is what we do. We say, okay, two counselors come to the stand and they're speaking to the judge, and the judge says, hey, what is this or what? And then both counselors will call witnesses to the bench or whichever, and then they'll say, okay, this witness says this, that witness says that, and then the judge and the jury has to decide on what's more plausible to believe, even in the court of law. So even all the way down to a created order, we believe what is more plausible. And if we were to go to court right now, Christians and Muslims, on this particular topic, what evidence would you bring to the stand?
Well, as far as the Bible being corrupt, there is no evidence. I'll grant you that.
Okay,
So why would you
but we have
believe it?
exactly. So we have 2,000 years of church history, of ecclesiology. Like we have literally like tens of thousands of manuscripts in multiple different languages, all saying the same thing, telling the same narrative. And then Islam comes 600 years after Jesus and completely contradicts it. And then when we ask you guys, hey, okay, I get that you guys believe that Muhammad is a prophet, but why should we believe this? We're calling you guys to the stand, we're asking for a witness, and then you as a counselor stand there and you say, I don't have any evidence, I don't have a witness, but I just really believe this. Do you think that's fair to us?
It just has to be.
No, I understand. I understand your point of view completely. It's just for me, like, like I just find if God, like for example, and this is no offense to you guys, it's just my why I believe in Islam, right?
Mhm.
Is to me, I just feel like it's not just or fair for someone to like die for my sins, and I feel
Well,
like
well, we can definitely talk about, sin atonement and things like that. And actually, Word just did a live yesterday about it, so he'd definitely be willing to talk to you about it. But you have a bigger problem now because, and I think like this is what Word and the rest of the brothers here were getting into. Even if the Bible does teach some atrocious idea of, like whatever it is that you think, something that's heinous, the fact of the matter is that the Bible teaches it, right? In your mind, this is what the Bible teaches. But the problem is that the Qur'an that you have in your hand affirms that Bible that teaches what you believe to be heinous. So here's the problem. Before we can even get into the theology of sin atonement and all of that stuff, you'd have to first justify, or you'd have to reason within yourself how the Quran is affirming this book that teaches something atrocious. Or did you want to kind of take him through the Islamic dilemma, or kind of like, because I think he's open to listening to it. I don't think he's ever heard it before.
I mean, if he just got a problem with the sacrifice, I mean, it's easy. It's an easy concept. It's just that no one forced Jesus to do that. He did it on his own free will, right? So it's just like you. If we're in battle, you, me, I mean, and then someone throws a grenade in a bunker, and then you jump on it to save us. Then that's just what it is. It's not like he was forced to do this. If he wasn't forced. And he's not like he's just a regular old man. He wasn't a regular man that he have to, he couldn't take the sins of someone else. This was actually God in the flesh. And God is the one that can make the rules about how he's going to save his people. So if that's the rules he wanted to make up, and that's the way that he can see was only efficient enough to bring people back to him, and that's what he wanted to do, then that's what he wanted to do. Like, we can't sit here as a human being and be like, hey, we don't know if he want, I mean, that don't sound good. That don't even sound right. But he's just a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like anyone forced him to do this.
no, yeah, I get you. I get you on that. But my thing is just that, like, if God is just, right, and like for example, I'm asking your opinion, right? I know we're not the ones to judge, but let's say a Christian who accepts Jesus, right? But that, can I say like a lukewarm Christian, we'll say, right? Versus like a sheikh that he did his best to live a righteous life and teach Islam. Like, I feel like it's not right that the sheikh goes to hell and the guy who didn't really care about religion gets to go to heaven just because he was Christian, No,
it's not just anyone. Nobody can just go to heaven. Like, that's not how it is.
Can I go through the three judge analogy with this guy like I did last night?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm see that this Muslim layman. I'll be with you in a minute on YouTube. All right.
Okay. All right. Sajid,
no problem.
Sajid, we're going to pretend like there's three judges. The first judge, he's a merciful judge. The second judge, he is a just judge. The third judge, he is a merciful and a just judge. Okay, so what happened is, in the story, is I've stolen $1,000 and I need to make it right, right? So I go to the first judge and he forgives me because he's merciful. Now I get to keep the $1,000. There was no justice served. There was no consequence for my actions. But because the judge is merciful, he forgives me because I ask for forgiveness. I tell him the sob story, and he says, "Okay, I forgive you. You're wholeheartedly asking for forgiveness. I forgive you." So he applies mercy upon me. I go to the next judge. I give him the exact same story. He's like, "You got to pay the $1,000, and there's no forgiveness for it. It's just paid." And that would be just. Your due consequence for your actions. But then I go to the third judge. And the third judge, I give him the whole story. And he says, you pay the money and you're forgiven. Which judge in that analogy is the greater judge?
The merciful and just judge.
So the one that can enact mercy and mercy and justice at the exact same time would be the greatest judge, of course, right?
Yeah.
That's our judge. That's the true God. That's what happened upon the cross.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. In Islam, you get one of the other two judges. You either get the merciful judge or you get the just judge. You don't get the judge that is merciful and just like we have. That's the issue between Islam and Christianity, my friend.
Right, because you do believe that Allah's mercy would overcome his justice or his wrath, right?
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
You do believe that Allah's mercy would overcome his wrath, correct?
Yes.
Right. So you're only getting one side of it. You know what I'm saying? Allah should be able to wield his omni properties to where he can enact both without sacrificing one or the other. Because y'all say he's the all merciful, but what about the all just? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the all merciful. He's going to forgive you. But what about the justice part?
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So yeah, so internally your God is like, man, I really do want to punish them, but my mercy is going to overcome my wrath, and I'm just going to be all merciful. That's not a God. God should be able to know divinely how he's going to distribute both of it, hand out justice and be merciful at the same token. Because just like me, if one of my kids was to do something, you know what I'm saying, and I actually have to punish them, or I have to, give them a spanking. When they was little, I give them a little spanking on the bottom, let them know don't do it, right? But right immediately after that, I would take them and hug them and give them love and be like, this is why I had to do this. I don't want you to do it again, right? And I'm going to bestow mercy on you right now. You know what I'm saying? So I was just, and I also was merciful at the same token. But if I just let my kids go around just doing any old thing, and I'm always merciful to them, and I never gave them justice, then they're just going to walk over me. But if I always had my thumb on them and all I did was give them justice, then they're going to walk away from me.
Exactly.
But and then so here's another issue I guess I have is that in Islam or in Christianity, I understand you guys don't believe in Islam, right? But let's say someone dedicates their whole life to God and they still go to hell. I feel like that's not just.
Yeah, but you got to understand this though. If you're dedicating yourself to, let's say, a false god, should you be able to go to heaven when the knowledge of the true God is out there and you're rejecting it?
Well, no, but I don't think we follow different gods. I think we have the same God. I mean, excluding the Trinity. I guess we'd have the same creator. The Father would be our God.
Well, one could make the argument that that's not the case, but that's not the argument that we're dealing with here, so I'm not going to hit on that. But I just want to stick with what word is saying. And I think that this kind of shows the difference between Islam and Christianity, where there is that mercy and that justice, because God has revealed himself in a way to make himself known to his creation, so they have no doubt and there is no excuse. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I see what you're saying, I guess, but
And
I don't
if
know.
somebody is willingly rejecting that, and God gives that person what they want, the rejection, then how is that not just and merciful at the same time? Because you're giving them what they want, but they're getting their just consequence for their actions. Of course, right?
Yeah, it's like this. God loves us so much that he won't impede upon our free will. If our free will is don't want to be with him, he's not going to force us to be with him. He's going to give us exactly what he wants, of what we want. So if we are dedicated to something else outside of him and always shunning him, the one true God, he's going to be like, okay, they don't want me, then we'll let the consequences be that. You know what I'm saying? Let the consequences be that. I'm not going to, because let's say another analogy. If I like a girl, right? A woman, and I take her, I'm on TikTok, but I take her against her will, lock her up, point a gun to her head and say, you're going to love me. Even though she walk around be like, I do love you, I love you. Do she really love me? No, because I'm forcing her to do it. Just like God wants you to freely come to him and freely have a relationship with him. Now, if you don't want it, he's going to back off and be like, okay, that's your choice. I respect it. I gave you your free will. You can choose what you want to. And your choices have a consequence, though. Your consequence is that you're going to be separated from me forever. And you're going to go to where the bad place. You know what I'm saying? So the free will part of it is what is actually love. His love is showing for us that he loves us freely and he wants us to choose him freely.
Yeah, no, but like as a Muslim, like we don't reject Jesus. Jesus is the Messiah, like Jesus is higher than Prophet Muhammad. Like I just feel like it's not like
you see, you don't even rule. Right, you don't even know what the Messiah means, though.
The anointed one, the chosen one.
Anointed for what?
I mean, he's gonna come back at the end of times, and
But he was the Messiah before your Qur'an, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So how did the people in Jesus' time recognize him to be the Messiah, to be the one?
I don't know.
Right, because there's certain.
We would have to look at the Jewish understanding of the Messiah, wouldn't we, Word? Because wasn't Jesus sent to the Jews?
Exactly. Yeah. So they had this whole concept, or they knew, because a Messiah, I give it to you. Some people in the Old Testament or whatever was called a Messiah, right? They were just anointed or set apart to do certain things. But then they have this one, the Messiah, with the definite article of the Messiah. So he is distinguished from all of the rest of them. And the Messiah had to fulfill certain qualifications and certain prophecies so people can recognize him as being the Messiah, just not any old person, not any old Messiah. So the Messiah was given certain prophecies by the previous prophets to people to know when he comes that we can recognize him as being the Messiah. That's why people was able to recognize Jesus as being the Messiah, because he already fulfilled the prerequisites of being this figure. So he was already the Messiah before your Quran. Your Quran takes this word and then try to put it in an Islamic context and then try to give it a different connotation, a different meaning to fit the Islamic theology. But that's not that's not what it is. He was already did this.
So, like, could you break down to like what made you, like, maybe I didn't understand it. Can you break it down to what made him the Messiah?
Prophecies.
Like
prophecies. God already prophesied that he was going to send this Messiah all the way back from Abraham. And so when Jesus fulfilled these all of these, it's over like 300 and something he fulfilled in the Old Testament. He fulfilled all of these qualifications so people could know that he is the Messiah. So once he did arrive and he was born of this virgin, which was one of them, right? He was actually going to be God in the flesh, which is another one. And actually he was going to die, Isaiah 53. He was the suffering servant, Isaiah 52. He was going to die for the sins of many. He was going to cover the whole world, even the Gentiles. This is the Messiah. And it also give you a prophecy of Daniel 9 of when he was going to come. Amen. Almost down to the very month of when Jesus came. So these people that knew these scriptures and knew what was these qualifications to be the Messiah, that's why people looked upon him and said, okay, you are the Messiah because we see that you fulfilled all of these qualifications. All of these prophecies are missing in your Quran. They don't know. So that means if your Quran is silent on it, that means that it's automatically, you can say that, hey, it's silent on it. It calls him the Messiah. So we must take the criteria that he already fulfilled from the previous scriptures to know that Jesus is the Messiah. Now he's going to come back. Yes, he's going to come back. Yes, but that's just a half of it. He already was this before he even come back.
Well, a lot of like the prophecies are in the Quran because the Quran was intended to be a continuation of like the past scriptures. But if the prophecies called him like a god, the God in flesh, how come the Jews don't really accept Jesus?
Well, they just don't believe Jesus was the one, and that's just because of the Pharisees had, and then it says prophecies was going to say that they was going to reject their Messiah. This was prophesied as well.
And how many were fed by Jesus?
At one point in time, in one sitting it was 5,000, and another one it was 4,000.
So again, would they have been believers?
Yeah, they was believers.
Would they have been Jews?
They was Jews. Even his verse followers was Jews.
Like today,
so there was a great number of Jews that did accept Jesus' message. Then wasn't there?
Yeah. And
but majority
remnant,
don't though.
Right, Sajid. It also says that this righteous remnant was going to be saved by this messianic figure. So these people that did actually believe and did see and did follow Jesus, those are the righteous remnant that came actually into fruition at the day of Pentecost, when over 5,000 was saved and 3,000 was saved in one day. This is the righteous remnant of the Jews that was going to be saved. All of the rest of them that didn't recognize Jesus as being the Messiah, then they was going to, it was prophesied that they wasn't, because they was blind and hard of heart.
So we since we accept him as the Messiah, but not as God, that's the same as rejecting him?
Yes, because the Messiah had to be God. The Messiah had to be him, because God said that he looked around and he seen there was no man to fill this qualification to be the Redeemer of the Holy One of Israel. So the Redeemer is the Messiah. So what he did, he said he looked around, there was not one man that was worthy of this qualification. So his own arm brought him salvation. That means it was him. It was his own, someone that was of his own essence, of his makeup, that brought salvation to everyone. Because no man was qualified to do it. So God sent
and you said
his son to do it.
A word. You just said that his own arm brought him salvation.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Now, do you have anything that you can read in front of you, Word?
I do. Let me
because I would love for you to read Isaiah 53 verse 1
or 51 verse 3 or 51 verse 9. I think it's
the suffering servant. I want
53 verse 1. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see who this suffering servant is identified in verse 1. And I want everybody to remember, we just heard, the arm of the Lord will bring salvation.
Yeah, the arm of the Lord is everywhere. in Isaiah for sure. Isaiah 53 verse 1. You hearing, Sajid?
Yeah, so I was just pulling up my Bible app to pull it up.
Just let me know when you're there.
Oh no, yeah, I got it.
Okay, it says, who has believed what our report or what was heard from us? And to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? So this arm of the Lord, you see this arm of the Lord, who did God reveal his arm to? This is a person. This is just language, how the Bible speaks. The arm of the Lord. For he, so now it says that so this is a person. For he grew up before him like a young plant and like a root out of dry ground. He had no form of majesty that we should look at him, and no beauty that we should desire him.
Before you continue, does it say like a root out of dry ground?
A root out of dry ground. Do roots grow in dry ground,
Well,
Chris?
There's no roots that grow out of dry ground. They grow out of fertile ground.
Exactly.
So it seems to me like this he that would grow up, that would come from that type of land, would be a woman that was a virgin.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a miracle. It's going to.
I
be
mean,
a
we
miracle.
believe in Islam. We believe, the virgin birth.
Right. So okay. So this is saying that this root going to be out of dry ground, and this root goes all the way back to Jesse. This root was also prophesied that this same root that God would raise up someone that would sit on David's throne forever, and he will be a branch or root from Jesse. A branch. He is the righteous branch. All right. So this is the same person that we're talking about, this arm of the Lord. He fulfills many roles. Right. So it goes on. It says he was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And as of one from whom men hide their faces, he was despised and he was esteemed, and we esteemed him not. Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace. Right. And with his wounds we are healed. All we are like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. Like a lamb that is led to the slaughter, and like a sheep that is before his shears is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. And as for his generation, who considered that he was cut off from the land of the living, that means he died, stricken for the transgressions of my people, and they made his grave with the wicked and with the rich man in his death, although he had done no violence, and there was no deceit in his mouth. Yet it was the will of the Lord to crush him. He has put him to grief. When his soul was made as a guilt offering, an offering for guilt, he shall see his offspring. He shall prolong his days. Hold on, we just seen he died. How is his days is going to be prolonged? That's the resurrection. Who is this sounding like to you, Sajid?
I mean, obviously Jesus.
Right. When do you think this was written?
I guess that this is the Torah, the Old Testament you're reading?
Yeah, this was written 500 to 600 years before Jesus. This is a prophecy.
No, yeah, I 100%, that's why I told you, either the books are altered or Islam is fake.
Islam is false, because this is actually what happened. This was foretold from even that's not the first one. Even David. We'll go to
also,
David.
hey, can I throw this one in here before you go there? There was 2 temples that have stood in history. The first temple and the second temple. Now, the first temple was destroyed, and so was the second temple in 70 AD. So the Jewish people had an understanding of why their temples were destroyed. Because during the first temple time, it was destroyed because of 3 matters that existed in that temple time. There was idol worship, there was forbidden sexual relations, and there was bloodshed. So those are the 3 sins, the reason why that temple was destroyed. Now, when we get to the second temple time, though, what was the sins that they believe that happened to have this temple destroyed. And it was for baseless hatred during that period. So Sajid, during the second temple time, during the time of Jesus, who is the one person that there was baseless hatred for, according to what word just read?
Towards Jesus.
Yep.
So what this shows you is God was so mad that he destroyed the first temple because of idol worship, forbidden sexual relations, and bloodshed. And that is just as severe, if not what was more severe, if not the same thing or more severe, was what happened during the second temple time when they unalived his own son for baseless hatred. And Jesus even mentions this in the Bible, that they would for the same thing. So
I think like the differences between Islam and Christianity, I think the biggest thing is, I guess, like I think there's like 12 million Arabic words compared to like 1 million English words, right? So I think like when you guys say like Son of God, I mean I'm pretty sure you guys don't mean like literal Son of God, as in like, you know, me and my son that my wife gave birth to, you know, but more of like a spiritual son, right? Correct?
As far as us, yes. As far as us,
yeah.
Let me get back on that.
Yeah, go ahead, word.
Because we can get to that because Jesus is a different type of son than us, but that's a different story. But even David, you know who wrote the Psalms? David.
Yes.
Right. This is David in Psalm 22. It says, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me from the words of my groaning? Oh my God, I cry by day, but you do not answer, and by night, but I find no rest. Right. And it goes on. Yet you are holy, enthroned on the praises of Israel. In your fathers trusted. In you, our fathers trusted. They trusted and you delivered them. To you they cried and were rescued. In you they trusted and were not put to shame. But I am a worm and not a man, scorned by mankind and despised by the people. All who see me mock me. They make mouths at me. They wag their heads. He trusts in the Lord. Let him deliver him. Let him rescue him, for he delights in him. This is what they telling him. Yet you are who took me from the womb. You made me trust you at my mother's breast. On you was I cast from my birth, and from my mother's womb you have been my God. But not far from me, for trouble is near, and there is none to help. Many bulls encompass me, strong bulls of Bashan surround me. They open wide their mouths at me, like a ravening and roaring lion. I am poured out like water. All of my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax. It is melted within my breast. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue stick to my jaws. You lay me in the dust of death, for dogs encompass me. A company of evildoers encircles me. They have pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all my bones, and they stare and gloat over me. They divide my garments among them, and for my clothing they cast lots. Who's this sound like?
Jesus.
Jesus. This was written 1,000 years before Jesus.
No, you see, and that's where I can say, like, you know, like, I'm not denying that. I think that's very well could be true, but I just think that like the Arabic language is very literal.
This is not about the Arabic language, brother. This is
I'm just saying why Muslims reject it though. So I'm just explaining why.
I understand because they reject the previous prophets. Because their previous
prophets, they don't reject the previous prophets.
Yes, they do. Because if the previous prophets like David and Isaiah and even Zechariah, we see God talking and saying that they pierced my hands and they will look on me, the one they have pierced. When they see this and then they know that it's contradicting against the Qur'an, then they just throw out what they see in the previous text. So, oh, that's just corrupted. And then we're just going to go with my Qur'an. So they deny the previous prophets and the previous scriptures. This is all talking about Jesus.
Yeah, but outside the crucifixion, right? Outside the crucifixion, we don't really deny much of the previous prophets.
Literally, y'all do. Well, I don't know about you. You have a different set of belief. You're a Shia, but I'm pretty sure you don't agree with too much in the previous prophets, because just like you said, either this is actual true or Islam is false. I'm just trying to show you that the previous prophets and what they said, because we know God is God by prophecies. We know God is
Can we
God
add a
because He says that He is the one that revealed the ending from the beginning. So if we see these prophecies in the Bible that's showing you the ending from the beginning, then we know that this God is the real one true God, and you're following a false religion.
Can we just add just a touch more evidence just to show Sajid the importance of this? What Word was reading is written and prophesied that long before, but we even have textual evidence dated 300 years before the birth of Jesus that these were in the book already at that time and understood. So you're going to have to say, if it's corrupted, it doesn't make sense that it would be written 300 years before Jesus, and we actually have the text in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Like, so it's going to be a hard attempt for you to say that's corrupted now, right? It's 300 years before Jesus.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't. If it is corrupted, we don't know when it was corrupted. It could have been corrupted before Jesus. But the thing is, well, actually, no, it couldn't have been corrupted before Jesus, because Jesus would have corrected it.
Actually,
yeah, honestly,
in the Quran, it did say that Jesus confirmed the Torah, and He had that Torah. He had that whole Tanakh. He had all of these scriptures, and it wasn't corrupted, because according to your Quran, the Allah gave him and revealed him the truth of it. So in Jesus' time, he had it.
No, and I think even though the Quran kind of, I guess we'll say, contradicts the Bible and the Torah, I think the Quran also confirms the Bible and the Torah, because I think the core message is still the same at the end of the day.
You can't contradict and confirm something. That's a contradiction.
Well, no, I mean, it contradicts some stories.
But Sajid, let's just go on what we read. So Word read from Psalms 22, and he read from Isaiah 53. In Psalms 22, it showed the description of Jesus on the cross, and those people were gambling for his clothing in front of him, of course. That's what I saw. Isn't that what you saw in Psalms 22?
Yep, that's what they said. They cast lots for my clothing. And we find this
and then we went to Isaiah 53, and what I saw in Isaiah 53 was a servant that was being beaten, and the transgressions of the people were being placed on him, and by his wounds we are healed. And then it says, I believe that Word said that he was cut off of the land of the living. Wasn't that true, Word?
Yep, he died.
So that shows that this person died. So this is the same person that's speaking that would have been on the cross and the one that would have died. This is something that goes against Islam, but we have this in writing 300 years before Jesus. If it was corrupted, why didn't Jesus correct it?
Yeah, no, you have a point. And I'll be honest, I'm gonna do some more research on that, and then I'll be back.
Hey, give me a follow, Sajid, man. You're nice to talk to, bro. This is the type of conversations that we really want to have. We don't like screaming and yelling and bickering and going at it back and forth. Big D, my boy, Big Darren, appreciate that, bro. Good looking out. That's not the type of conversations we want to have, but we would rather have these type of conversations, that you have, right, that we're having right now. So give me a follow, do some research, man, and come back, man, and see. And if you got questions, you can always DM me, or you can come up on the panel and we can go over it.
All right, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
All right, Sajid. God bless you, bro.
God bless, Sajid.
God bless you guys too. Have a nice day.
You too.
Hey, much love to you, Darren. God bless you, my friend. Love you a lot. Man, you had an amazing live stream today. I loved it. Hey, God bless you and your family, my brother.
Hey, man. Hey, we ain't even have to use the full Muslim song, man. That's what's up. Muslim layman. I'm gonna go over on YouTube real quick, brother Chris. It's up to you if you want to join me or not. But Let me know. You know what, brother Chris? Can you go to Life's Live and see if they can hear me talking to the YouTube guest?
You want me to go to the YouTube live?
To Life's Live. Because Life is he's streaming this too.
Is he streaming it through TikTok or YouTube?
Through TikTok. He's streaming it on his channel too. I just want the people to be able to hear me talk to the YouTube guests as well. And if there's anyone over on Life's Live that want to come up and there's a Muslim, you'll have to come to my YouTube channel, and the link is pinned at the top of the description of the chat. And if you're on TikTok, you just give me a minute, and then after I talk to the brother Muslim layman over here, then I can come back to TikTok and take some guests. All right, Muslim layman, can you say something for us, brother? Because I think I'm trying to see if they can hear you.
How you doing? And your name?
They call me Word.
Word. Okay. Okay, Word. That's a good word. Okay. Yeah. There was. Well, I just joined. Just happened to run across, your live here, and heard some quite interesting claims, and I would like to respond to it.
Okay, what did you hear? Oh man, I pressed the wrong button.
What did you hear? One of the claims, and correct me, is that how do you know that the Bible was corrupted?
Okay.
Or the Bible is not corrupted.
Well,
or the Torah. Okay. So, and I would say, well, I would first would ask this question: when Jesus, may peace and blessings be upon him, when he went to the Sadducees and Pharisees, what was his reason that God, and you would refer to him as a father, but the God of the creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who created him and sent him as a savior. Why did he confront them?
I'm not getting exactly what you're saying. Are you talking about doing his trial?
Well, no, when he initially first went to the Sadducees and Pharisees.
Well, they come confronting him first because they heard about him and they wanted to see what he was all about. So they came to him and they started asking him questions about his teachings and stuff like that.
And then, okay, so but it was a time that he did confronted him, maybe
a little bit later.
Yes,
yeah, he ended up confronting them in the synagogue.
Yes.
So what is what are you trying to say?
Well, he confronted them because they changed the words of the Torah. That was one of the reasons why he confronted them.
No, that's not why he confronted them. He never said they changed the words of the Torah.
Also, he confronted them for what their interpretations.
He confronted them because he confronted them, right, specifically in Matthew 23. He tells his disciples and everything, if they're in the seat of Moses, meaning if they're in the synagogue and they're reading from the scroll, the Old Testament, all the scrolls, follow what they say, but don't do as they do. He came and he confronted them for being hypocrites, and he said that they put burdens on the people that themselves wouldn't do, right? That they wouldn't lift a finger to do. So he was actually condemning them for their actions, not what they were preaching, as far as they was preaching when they was in a synagogue sitting on the seat of Moses.
Okay, and you wouldn't consider that as they, I guess, when they would judge,
they would judge unrighteously.
Unrighteously,
yeah,
so
but that doesn't mean they had a wrong text. They was being hypocrites.
Oh, they were being hypocrites. Okay, so all right, that's fair.
Right.
Now, what do you say would you agree that the children of Israel, or the tribe of Judah,
Can I show you that they had a correct Torah even in Jesus' time? From your Quran.
okay, well, yeah, show me that.
Do you have a Quran on you?
Yes, which verse? Which chapter, which verse?
I believe it's in chapter 3.
Oh, chapter 3?
Is it chapter 3 or chapter 5?
Chapter 5, maybe?
I think it's 3. It's around sort of 350. I think it's like 349. If I'm correct.
349.
Okay, let's go back. Oh, it's 348.
Okay. Well, 349 is significant also.
Yeah, that's
But
talking about
348?
him. Yeah, 348.
Yeah,
You have it up?
I do. And let me pull up the Arabic for 1 second. Okay.
All right. You want me to read it? I'll read it. And it says, and he will teach him the writing and the wisdom, the Torah and the gospel. Right?
Correct.
And then when Jesus goes down, it goes in, and 349 says, and a messenger of the children of Israel, talking about Jesus, indeed, I have come to you from a sign from your Lord, and that I will design a clay bird, a bird from clay, and then I will breathe into it, and it becomes by a bird by permission of Allah, and I will cure the blind, the leper, and I will give life to the dead by permission of Allah, and I inform you of what you eat and what you store in your houses. Indeed, and that is a sign for you if you are believers. Now 350, it says, and I have come confirming what was before me of the Torah, and to make lawful for you some of what was forbidden for you. And I have come to you with a sign from your Lord. So fear Allah and obey me. So even Jesus, according to your Quran, in his time, he had the Torah. He came and he confirmed the Torah. The Torah was there. It wasn't corrupt. He didn't say anything about it being corrupt. Matter of fact, it says Allah is going to teach him the Torah and the wisdom that's in the book.
Okay, so yes. And so now you had mentioned something, right? So when the Quran speaks, this is what the angel Gabriel is relaying to the Prophet Muhammad, which was conveyed by the Creator.
Yeah, so in his time, according to the angel, I'm going with you because I don't believe it's Angel Gabriel, but that's a different story. Jesus was taught the Torah, and he did have the Torah, and he came confirming the Torah. So that means that it was in his time they at least had the correct Torah for Jesus to come and confirm it.
Okay. Now, yes, you're now. Yes, he did, and by inspiration, and because he was chosen as a prophet, and the status that he was raised to, that Torah was given to him by Allah directly through his inspiration. That's how he knew the Torah, and but as you mentioned, yeah, this is correct. All right,
You're right. So they did have the Torah with Jesus in his time.
Okay, but yes, but the contention is that yes, they did have the Torah. So now the Quran also mentions that the Quran has been revealed as a criterion, right, to judge the truth and the falsehood of what is now said to be the Torah to differentiate the truth from the falsehood. So we're not saying that there wasn't what you have today, there is no truth in it. We say that there has been falsehood added with the truth.
Okay, can I show you that that's not what the Quran says? Because remember, they had it in Jesus' time, the Torah. I'm gonna show you that they also had it in Muhammad's
Yes, no,
time.
but that's not a, yeah, that's, I agree.
Right. But
I
I'm
agree.
gonna show you that they also had it in Muhammad's time.
They had the Torah in Muhammad's time.
Yeah, go to Surah Al-Ma'idah.
Okay.
Ayah
Oh,
43.
yes, I agree. Okay, Maida, yes, go ahead.
Ayah 43.
Yes.
Let me know when you're there. I can read it.
Okay.
All right. It says, but how is it that they come to you for judgment while they have the Torah, in which is the judgment of Allah? Then they turn away after that, but those are not in fact believers. So Allah is telling them, because if you read the tafsir or the Asbab al-Nazul for this, the reason for revelation for this verse, there is a couple, right, a Jewish couple who got caught in adultery, and they wanted, then they were seeking a lighter judgment. So they came to Muhammad thinking that he would judge lightly. So Allah revealed this and says, no, you send them back to their Torah, because I already have the judgment for them in that Torah. So right here it's saying, right. So he's asking them, well, why are they even coming to you, Muhammad? They have the Torah. They going to judge by the Torah. But you just read 548. You just read me 548 saying that it's the criteria.
Well, actually, they did come to him, and then
I don't deny that. I don't deny
the
that
rabbi
somebody
had
came
his
to him.
hand over the ruling, the ruling for that, the penalty for that breaking the law of yes.
Right. So I'm not denying that part. I'm just demonstrating to you that they have the Torah with them, and Allah and Muhammad and Allah is telling
not
Muhammad,
only did they have the Torah, but they had the Talmud.
Okay, that's not mentioned here, so we're gonna just leave that aside, because I'm going straight with what your Quran is talking about. We're not talking about the Talmud.
Yes. But what we're saying is that the Torah, you would say, is equivalent to the Talmud, because they also lived
the Jews
by that
don't
also.
even believe that the Torah is equivalent to the Talmud. And Allah, nobody believes that Talmud is revelation. That's just commentaries. That's like your tafsir. So the
you can
Talmud
say that they are they are interpretations.
Yeah,
of the Torah.
right. So it's like tafsirs or something. It's not revelation. You have the Quran, you have your tafsir. You have the Torah, then you have the Talmud. We're not talking about that. We're talking about what Allah revealed. Allah revealed the Torah.
Yes, he revealed he mentioned the Torah.
Okay, so right here you see that they do have the Torah, because Muhammad is supposed to judge them by the Torah according to 543. You see? Did I lose you, Layman? I can't hear you. You may be having a bad connection or something, bro. Come on, Layman. We was having a good conversation. We was having an excellent conversation. If you in here with me, go ahead and hit the like button while we wait on Layman. Matter of fact, this give me a time to read out some super chats. All right. Holy. Appreciate the gifted membership. Yeah, he lost connection. Appreciate the gifted membership. Holy with the super chat. He says, hi all. 7 hours again. No holy. Alfred Jenkins with the super chat says, good stuff. Eyeballs looking. 8061. We got another super chat from Word Unboxed. That's Word, y'all. Don't give Word Unboxed a hard time, right? Don't give Word Unboxed a hard time. We all know who the original Word is. Wink, wink. Don't give her a hard time. All right. She says, Jesus had it written down, but didn't say it. Exactly. Word Unboxed again says, sad about my family, but adopted by a bunch of online brothers that get off on trolling me. God said, oh, you're sad. Here are brothers. Me. Bro, pause. Word Unboxed is crazy. Formidable faith. He paid the jizya. Appreciate that. Paying the jizya. Paying the jizya. Formidable faith says you demand Adamic continuity from Islam, while your Trinity can't trace itself past the 4th century councils. That's not a question. It's a double standard. Well, come up and prove it. Appreciate all the super chats, y'all. Let's get to our next guest. Let's see. It's not loading up. Look like these are Christians, yo. Hey, Muslim layman, if you ever get, maybe your phone died or something, let me know when you come back on YouTube so we can continue our conversation. Started off as a good conversation, y'all. We've been having some, it started off a little rough. I ain't gonna even lie. But the last two conversations been good conversations. They've been good conversations, right? Let's go, man. If you want to come up on YouTube, the link is at the top of the chat box. You can come on up, hit that link, come on up and talk to me. And if you're on YouTube, I have a simple question for you. Very simple question. If you want to, you can come on up and we can see if you can answer this simple question. No problem. No biggie. You dig? Muslims can't answer this question. They have no actually evidence. So we just trying to see what's up. Tyrell, we're not in your business. You know who's in our business? See, Muslims, they fail to realize and they fail to actually read their Qur'an. They will tell you in a heartbeat the Qur'an is eternal. It's from God. Eternal, that means it's written on eternal tablets. Well, who do they mention in their eternal tablets, in their Qur'an? Jews and Christians. So from eternity, Allah had us on his mind. So who started it? Who business? Who business? Allah was in our business before anything. Allah been in our business. Allah just had to come and reveal his books, his book, and then put our name in it. If y'all are mad with us for coming at y'all, don't be mad at us. Blame your God, because your God brought this on y'all. That's why we in it. Allah started it. Allah called us the worst of creatures. He started this. And you think we just gonna sit around and let Muslims keep lying on our religion, keep straw manning our religion, keep saying false things about our religion, and not stand up and fight for what we believe in? You think we just gonna sit back and just be cordial and be like, yeah, you know what, yeah, that's what the Muslims, yeah, we don't hear. No, we some soldiers, baby. We gonna stand up and fight for what we believe in, bro. Your God started this. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at Logic. Don't be mad at Life. Don't be mad at any Sham Shamoon. Don't be mad at David Wood. Be mad at Allah. Allah started this. We just gonna finish it. He started it. We're going to finish it. Either that or leave Islam. Either that or leave Islam if you don't like it. Hannah Banana, what up? Hannah Banana, you on stage.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I see that you're very interested in Islam. You've been talking for hours about Islam. So, what's your question about Islam?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know why you're obsessed, but okay,
can you
what's your
speak up
question?
just a little bit? You sound hard to
I'm
hear.
saying, I don't know why you're obsessed about Muslim.
I'm not obsessed with
What do
Islam.
you want to know about Muslim? What
I'm-
do you want to know about Muslim?
Can you
We're
can you
human,
calm
like any
down?
other religion, like Hindu, like Christian,
Can
like
you
any
calm
other religion
down?
in the world. We're human.
Can you calm down?
Because you're not, I'm just telling you, you can ask the question. Muslim can't answer any simple question. Okay, what do you want to know about us?
Okay. You believe that Islam goes back to Adam?
Monotheism, yeah. As worshiping one God, yeah. But there is certain law can change between prophet and prophet, like how you pray, how you fast, this how you give charity. Yes, can differ between prophet and prophet. But all of them came to worship one God. Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses.
Do you okay, before your Quran come, can you demonstrate to me that Islam goes back to Adam?
Worshiping one God?
Before your Quran.
Adam, yes, all of them worshiping one God.
How,
The
what,
God, the
what
same
scriptures
God
will we
created-
what scriptures will we
created
use?
Muhammad, Adam.
Hannah, what scriptures will we use?
What scripture prove that all those prophets came to say worship God?
What scriptures?
One God, one God. You want me? Oh, that's so you're questioning if Adam was worshiping one God.
What scriptures? Before your Quran, what scriptures will we use?
Actually, in the three Abrahamic religion,
What scriptures?
all of them confirm
Hannah,
Adam came.
what
Adam was
scriptures?
worshiping one God.
What scriptures?
He believed in one God.
Okay,
Adam
one
believed in
God,
one God.
one God. This is sick. Y'all just crazy. Y'all think that just get y'all out of everything. One God. Watch your head.
Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head.
Watch your hijab. Full Muslim. Now she actually sounds like this. Full Muslim.
كثيرة اللحم وريش مدندل
It's crazy. What's your one God? One God. Dog, I keep pushing the wrong button. Let me go back. Oh, it looked like Layman is back.
Yes, I
What's
am.
up? What's up?
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
It's all good. Before we get to it, appreciate Big Sal. Big Sal with another gifted 10 memberships on the channel. Good looking out, brother. If you got a membership from Big Sal, y'all give him a big thank you. A hug, a cross, a love, a heart, or something. Give Big Sal a thank you. Appreciate that, Big Sal. Appreciate that. All right, Muslim Layman, you back.
Okay. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, but I was saying that as we were talking about the ayat 5, was it 48?
We was talking about 543, and then we went to
543. Correct. Correct. Yeah, but see now, so we know, and also in Al Tafsir, it says that the Jews and the Christians of the Jews, they would alter their books. They would alter their books. And being that Allah is all knowing, he knew that they altered the books. And as he revealed to Jesus when Jesus confronted the Sadducees and Pharisees, knowing
hold on, let's stay in the Quran. Let's stay in the Quran right now. Let's stay in the Quran.
Okay. That it was known to be altered. Now at times Jews would have a book for themselves, meaning that whatever they preserved of it, but then they would have another Torah with a different explanation.
Okay, so they
At
didn't.
that time.
Okay, so what you're telling me right now? They had two books. They had two Torahs. They had one that was good, and then they had one with a different explanation. Correct?
With different interpretation, yes. Because
Okay.
they would change it, and whenever they would use whatever amongst themselves, and then they were very corrupt. Because even among there were Jews from amongst the laymen from amongst the Jews then, they may have not been privy to all of the laws of the Torah.
Okay,
Just
so
in the days of Jesus.
I got you.
Yeah.
So that's telling me that they didn't corrupt the original book. They still had it. They wrote a different book and they put false interpretations in it and they interpreted differently. That's correct because according to 378 in Ibn Abbas, if you look into the tafsir, it literally tells you that they actually wrote a different book and they distorted the book with their tongues. So the original book, the Torah that they had itself was still there. They still had it and they still intact. So the ones that's going to be doing the judgment, and we link this back to 543, is the ones that have the power or whatever. So if they're going to be doing the judging, and then Allah tells them to that Muhammad, he must judge them by their Torah. That means that they had the original Torah. He wasn't using one of these corrupted, misinterpreted Torahs.
Yeah, but that's the meaning. Judge them by the original book that you have. Don't go to the one that you corrupted. Judge them with the one that you have.
So they had it to judge by.
Yes, they had it to judge by.
Thank you.
But that doesn't mean. But then we're talking about now. From that time to this time, it's been how many years? And in the behavior of the Jews, of the Bani Israel, and not all of them, but those of them who fit the description.
Okay.
They were known to change. So if they did it then, believe me, they have been doing it for the past 1400 years. Okay. During that time when the prophet was sent
that's just projection.
And I don't.
Hold on, Muslim.
What?
Hold on, love it. That's just you're equivocating that because that's not even what your Quran says. According to the 3199.
No, it doesn't have to say that because.
Hold on, bro.
Okay.
Let me get it out.
I'm sorry.
Right. According to your Quran, that there was some that didn't corrupt their scriptures. So it wasn't a wholesale on corrupted scriptures. If you read Surah 3:199, it will tell you that some of them valued their scriptures. They had their scriptures and they never traded or corrupted their scriptures and sold it for a fleeting gain. So that means that some of them did have their scriptures intact, not corrupt. But you just admitted that if they're going to do judgment by the Torah, that means that they had the intact one, not the corrupt one. Don't judge by that corrupted one. So in 3:199, it tells them that they did have some amongst them that didn't corrupt their scriptures. Now,
in the time of Muhammad.
The time of Muhammad, right? Now, you just now what you just said is, well, yeah, but from that time, 1400 years ago, when Muhammad to now, corruption even went more rampant, so to say. Now, it's corruption everywhere.
I wouldn't use the term rampant, but because of their behavior, and this is what they know, this is what they're known to do.
Okay,
and they never stopped it.
Okay,
yeah,
right. But the thing is, the problem that you have now is that what we have in our book lines up perfectly with what they had in the 7th century. And then we can go back in a little bit further because in 1946, they found the Dead Sea Scrolls and it had the Torah in the Dead Sea Scrolls. You know what? Ironically, it added up almost letter for letter to what we have today. So even if they did was a small sect of them.
Translation?
No, they're Hebrew. In the Hebrew,
in translation, we're not the Hebrew. We're talking about translation.
We still have Hebrew manuscripts.
Yes, but we're talking about the translation of the Hebrew.
I'm not talking about the translation. I'm talking about the original text.
And that's where the changing comes. That's hold on.
Real quick. Let me finish you, and I'm gonna tell you why this translation is not a problem. Right? Because if translations are a problem, then you have a problem with the Quran because there's many translations of the Quran. But you won't say the Quran is corrupt. But hold on. Now, if we can compare what we have today, right? And we can find the manuscripts that we have today, and it goes back past the 7th century into 200 BC, that means, and it still lines up perfectly what we have within our manuscripts, then we can automatically show you that in the 7th century, they had an uncorrupt Torah, just like we have an uncorrupt Torah, because now it was passed down and it was actually preserved. Just because a group of these people was actually doing this to the Torah, because the in the 7th century, that wasn't the only Torah.
Yes.
Everywhere
No,
the
it
Jews were, right, everywhere in the where the Jews was, whether it was in the Palestine area, whether it was in you know, the sport, there was a diaspora, wherever they went,
It was Persia,
Persia,
Spain, Andalus,
all of these places,
Ethiopia,
they had Torahs. They had Torahs everywhere. So just because a certain group of these people in the Middle East, right, was doing this, that doesn't mean now that there's a wholesale uncorrupted Torahs all around the known world on 3 different continents.
No, that's not what I meant. Because, like, say for instance, now there are some verses that Christians would interpret in the Old Testament regarding Jesus that the Jews would say, well, no, this is incorrect. They would say that you have changed the word. You understand? So they're doing that today.
No, the only thing it is, they like, you can ask any Christian or any Jew, they would say, no, they're not corrupt. We just have a different interpretation on who Jesus was. But the texts themselves are never disputed. You won't find a real Christian on earth today that actually know what they're talking about. And no one would say that the Torah is corrupt, because we need the Torah. We value the Torah. The Torah is our history. The Torah is what we need. The Torah shows the coming of our Messiah and the fulfillment of Judaism, which is Christianity. We need the Torah. We won't go back and say, well, it's all corrupted now, because we'll be cutting our legs off from
not all corrupt, not all corrupt, not all
right.
corrupt.
So this is the same thing within the Quran. Not all of the Torah was corrupt. He's signifying that a certain group of these people that was actually doing this, that was know, doing that. So it's not a wholesale on corrupted scriptures all everywhere around.
No, not a wholesale, but there has always been a group of Jews from I would say the time that the Torah was revealed to Moses, and we know that story. Up until today, they have that behavior of changing the word for their personal gain.
Right. But now I'm demonstrating to you that they couldn't change the ones that we have, because we have the text that predates even the 7th century, that goes all the way back into the 2nd century, 3rd century BC, before Jesus even came. And it lines up what we have today. We have the manuscripts. Now, the thing that you need to be, as a Muslim, need to be concerned with, because even though we're talking about the Torah, it never says anywhere that the Christians did this, that the Christians didn't have the Injil, right? So we have the Injil that we know is the Injil. But what you need to be concerned with as a Muslim is, why do the Quran comes along and contradict these books?
How would they contradict the books?
Because it says it confirms them in one part. If you read Surah 3, verse 3, 241, because we see the main themes of these books, like the previous prophets and previous scriptures. We all identify God as being our Father, right? You can't say that in Islam. God is not a father in Islam.
Now can I explain why? Okay, now the reason why you don't see it in Islam is because the meaning of father and son was corrupted, and through the wisdom of God conveying to the Prophet Muhammad, would not use that, because that's the major commandment was violated through corruption of the term father and son. So of course it wasn't used in the Qur'an to prevent the confusion from continue amongst the people that the Prophet Muhammad went to.
So was it ever okay? To call God your father, according to the Quran?
In the time that during the time of, you mean like during the time of Noah, during the time of we say Enoch, Idris, of course they didn't corrupt the term. They never said that the Father was. They didn't corrupt the term. The Father had a son, and that they didn't corrupt the term. They meant Father. They understood Father being the Father of creation,
Okay, can you
not the
can you
Father.
pull up
Not
can you pull up Surah 9 At-Tawbah? Surah At-Tawbah 31 ayat
Siddhartha.
Surah Tawbah
Okay.
ayat 31.
Yes. 931. Okay. Okay. Let's see
Hey,
here.
TikTok, if y'all are in the guest request, I'm gonna go about another 10 minutes with my brother Muslim here, and then I'll come back to TikTok. So if you're in the guest request, just give me a little time, and we're gonna move back to TikTok after we talk to this the guest over here on YouTube. Appreciate your patience, but I'm coming to y'all.
Okay. 931.
Right. So you see this, it says the Jews say Ezra is the son of Allah, and the Christians say the Messiah is the son of Allah. That is their statement from their mouths. They imitate the saying of those who disbelieve before them. May Allah destroy them. How are they deluded? So it was never okay, according to your Quran, to even call someone the son or of Allah. No one, you can even reference Allah as being a father, according to your Quran. So it was never okay.
No. See, in the Arabic term, in the Arabic, son of father would not never be created, would be attributed to even the pagans of during the time before the Prophet Muhammad. They would not attribute the term son of father in that manner. And that's how pure the language was. That's why Allah chose that language to reveal that in. That's what is understood there.
No. It says that they could never do this. They can't. It was never okay.
Because they have taken their rabbis and monks as well.
That's the different verse. That's another verse. That's 931. I'm talking about 930. According to this 930, and according to 930, it was never okay. If you were saying that Allah had a son or Allah was the father, then there was a statement of kufr, of disbelief.
Okay, can I read that, please?
Yeah, Surah 930.
The Jews say, okay. Israel, while the Christians say, the Messiah is the son of Allah. Such are their baseless assertions, only patriating the words of earlier disbelievers. Okay. May Allah condemn them. How can they be deluded from the truth? Now, you know what that's saying?
Yeah, that it was never okay. When they're saying this, because this is in the 7th century. Yes, because
that's not what they say.
Yeah, this is in the 7th century. This is in the 7th century.
Can I share with you what that is saying?
It's saying that it was never okay to call Allah a father.
No, it's saying that again, if you understood the Arabic, son would never be contributed to the creator, because the son is a created thing that is begotten. That's the Arabic. So when the prophet is conveying this to the Arabs, okay, not anybody else, that he's conveying it to the Arabs, and they understood immediately. Oh, they attributed the word son to Allah. And in their understanding, how can Allah have a son from his low ends? This is what they understood that word to. Son can only be produced from low ends.
Right, but that's never what we believed. The Jews never believed that they was the actual biological sons and daughters of Allah. So that's not the way we even used it.
That's what it's the meaning that's being conveyed.
I know,
there,
but
not the term son.
But listen to me, Layman. That's never how the Jews believed it. They never used it in the term that they are the very physical, biological sons of God. That is not what they believed. So that's not what it's conveying there. Because if it's saying that, then Allah is straw manning what the Jews and the Christians actually mean. because we never ever use the term as being a biological son of God. No, we don't. When we say that we are the children of God, we always mean the spiritual. We never say that it means biologically son of God, because in order for that to be, then that means that God is a human, like, and he started as a human. He has a biological means human. It's a study of biology. It's a biological aspect. We don't.
Okay,
think
so
God
now
ever
this
is like
is
that.
the key that so only patriating the words of earlier disbelievers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now when we say, we're not talking about the believers in Jesus or the believers in Moses and how they understood the word son. Do you understand?
Yeah. Is it okay? So are you saying that it's okay for, like, if you were to say Allah is a father, right? But in a spiritual sense, can you say that as a Muslim, or is it a
I can say
metaphorical
Allah is the
sense?
father of creation. I can say that Allah is the father of creation the way that Noah and Abraham understood it.
Well, I'm talking about you as a Muslim. Can you say
Yes, I can say
Allah is
that.
a father in like a metaphorical
Of
sense?
creation, yes.
So
He's
Allah
the
can be
father of
your.
creation.
So I'm just trying to be clear.
He
So
provides for creation.
Allah can be your father, as far as metaphorically,
What do you mean?
like in a metaphorical sense.
As I just mentioned, that Allah is the father of creation. He's the because he created creation.
He's a
Not
provider.
from his own. He
He's a
provides for his creation. Yes.
okay.
In that manner.
So can you?
But
All right. Can you
but we don't use it. We don't use it so that
But you
it
said you
doesn't give.
can. But you said you can, as long as you.
No. I'm explaining you why we don't use it. Meaning that it's not. We wouldn't say that it's not permissible to use conveying its meaning, but we don't use it because it's more harm in using it than benefit.
But what if you mean it in the right context?
Because today it's understood by majority of the masses in this time after Muhammad, during Muhammad and after Muhammad, it was a greater harm to use that word.
But will it be harmful if you're using it as far as how you just said, as the
No.
creator, as the provider? Is it
Yes,
doing harm?
no,
Is it doing harm?
I mean,
then?
if I'm speaking to an individual person just to get an understanding, it's just to get an understanding and to present the correct meaning. Yes, but if we were to give a sermon to each other, we wouldn't use it.
I know you won't use it as far as that, but I'm saying if you use it in the correct meaning, can you use it?
To an individual, yes. To another individual who's not Muslim, who understood, who commonly, normally uses that term and understands the term, yes. Father.
I'm talking about you as a Muslim.
Son. As a Muslim to another Muslim, no.
But I'm saying, but you just, like, if you go up to another Muslim and you say, hey, Allah is our father, in the correct meaning, in the right metaphorical sense, that he is
we wouldn't do that.
Okay, so that's
exactly.
Why? So
why? Because the Prophet didn't do that. We follow the Prophet of Muhammad. He never done that. His companion. So we don't do that.
Right. So that right there, you not being able to do that is a contradiction from the previous scriptures.
No, it's not.
Yes, it literally is.
Because we're saying that is what caused the confusion to say that, okay.
But you said it was permissible. But earlier you said it was permissible for them in their time.
Well, for what? No. It was permissible, and I gave the example. If I'm speaking to a Christian, right?
No, I'm talking about the Christians in their time before Muhammad. You said it was okay.
Yeah, they yeah, but see, there's times that God, Allah, He prevented things, he things that were permissible in, say, in the time of Moses, He made impermissible in the time of Jesus. There's things in the time of Jesus that he made impermissible in the time of Muhammad. There's things in
But
the
this
time
is
of Abraham, like
but this is the nature of God we're talking about here. God doesn't change.
no, he didn't change. It's
Right.
it's the
So
human beings who change.
okay, so that
to say, you
means that
know
he
what?
still
This
can be a
caused us so much
father. That
confusion.
means he still can be a father. You just can't use that word.
Meaning that a father in the sense of creation, the father of creation. Can I say that you're the father of creation?
No, because I'm not.
Exactly. But you understand what I'm
But can you
saying, right?
but
The
can you
father of
say
creation.
Allah is the father?
I wouldn't use it. No,
That and exactly that's why it's not. That's why it's a contradiction from
I
the
wouldn't
previous
say
scriptures.
Allah is the father.
That's why
I
it's a
wouldn't use that
contradiction
because the
from the
contradiction.
previous scriptures.
No, it was just abrogated
It
because
wasn't
of the
abrogated.
confusion
Where
that
does
it
it say it
caused.
was abrogated?
When the revelation was revealed to Muhammad, and he never used it in that manner at all.
Okay, so you do recognize that your Quran actually contradicts the Torah and the Injil.
No, it doesn't. In which manner that you're
Was
saying?
Jesus crucified?
Well, was Jesus crucified? No,
Why wasn't he?
because he was raised, and
Does
someone was placed that was likened
do
to
the
him.
previous scriptures say he was crucified?
But see, we would say
Do the previous scriptures say
that's
he was
where
crucified?
what you mean the authentic.
You just don't say the authentic because you just
Yeah,
said
but I have to say that because
no,
we
you
believe
don't.
that the Injil. Yes,
No,
I
because you
would
said
say
the
that.
Injil wasn't corrupt earlier.
Yeah, the Injil that Jesus came that he conveyed was not corrupt. But what you
No,
say that
well
is the Injil
you
today
never
is
said that.
corrupt.
No, you didn't say that. We just
But
agreed
this is what
earlier.
I
No,
thought you understood
no,
that.
we just agreed earlier. We
I'm
said
sorry.
that you said that the Quran never says that the Injil is corrupt. Even you admitted it
Huh?
says this about the Jews. It said that the Jews write different scriptures, and we came to an agreement that the Injil. It never says the Injil itself is corrupt nowhere in the Quran. It never even
Okay,
hints.
so
It
I
never
can
even
show
hints
you.
at it.
Well, I can show you a version in the Quran where it says that yes, it has been corrupted because you're saying that Jesus is the son of. You're saying that Jesus is God with the Trinity. We want to go to that verse.
If I say
That's the
something, hold on
corruption.
real quick. If I say something, because if I say something that's not in my book, does that make my book false? Or does it just make me saying something false?
So you change exactly. So you change the meaning.
With my
Yes,
tongue.
and this is what this is exactly what you said, and this is what we say.
So okay, but the book is still good.
This falsehoods and this truth, falsehood
No.
mixed with
The
truth.
the
So it
book is
can't be
still
good.
good. Okay, if I pick up the
Your
Quran
book.
and I turn to
So let me
Surah,
ask you this.
if I pick up the Quran and I turn to Surah
Mhm.
Class 112 and I say, well, in this Quran it says that Allah is begetting and he begets. He's begotten and he begets. Did I just corrupt the Quran?
In the English, or does it say that in the Arabic?
Whether if I spoke Arabic about it or not, did I just corrupt the
No,
Quran?
because if the Arabic's not, if the Arabic was
Did I
intact and
just
it says
corrupt
that
the
in the English,
Quran when I said this?
no, because the Quran is the Arabic, it's not the English.
Okay, so if I said it in Arabic that Allah begets and he's begotten, did I just corrupt the Quran?
Yes, you did.
The physical text, the writings that's in the book, I corrupted that?
Okay, but this is what we say. This
Did
is
I
what we
corrupt
say.
the book, brother?
Sure.
I did?
In that manner, yes. If you were to
hold
say
on.
what you said in the Arabic,
So
is that what you're saying?
the books that I have in my hand and I'm reading from the book and I say something in Arabic that the book don't say, did I just corrupt the text in the book?
Yes. The Arabic, yes.
I corrupted the actual text in the book?
The Arabic text, that's what we hold as being the Quran.
Man. I appreciate you coming up, bro. God bless you.
No, but you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. It don't make sense. Appreciate you for coming up. Watch your head on the way.
Put your head down, yeah. Watch your head.
على شاطئ المطبخ نظرت دجاجة
Full Muslim.
كثيرة اللحم وريش المدندل.
All right, I'm coming back to TikTok. If you're in TikTok, you're a Muslim, you want to come up. Kay, what up?
Hey, what's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
Yeah, so what was the, I was just curious, what's the question that you said Muslims can't answer?
Are you Muslim?
Yeah.
Right. Would you follow a religion with corrupted scripture?
No.
Are you outside? I mean, you got a lot of background noise.
I'm in the car, my bad.
Yeah, so you won't follow a religion with corrupted scripture?
No, sir.
All right. What's the Torah?
That's the first book. It was given to the Jews.
Was it given to the Jews or was it given to the Muslim prophet Moses?
It was given to Moses, you know, but
was Moses
they were
a
Jews.
Muslim? Is Moses a Muslim?
Yeah, he submitted himself to God, so he was a Muslim. Yeah.
Right. And his prophecy, his book, was it Islamic scripture?
Yeah, of course. We believe it's always been Islam.
Okay. And what happened?
It's always been submission to God.
Right. And what happened to that book?
The people, you know, they corrupted it for their own means.
So it got corrupted.
Yeah.
Okay. You know Dawood?
Who, I'm sorry?
Dawood.
The prophet David, yeah.
Yeah. He had given revelation as well, right?
If I'm not mistaken, the Zabur, yeah.
The Zabur. Islamic scripture again, right?
Yes, yes.
Corrupted.
Yeah.
Okay. Same for Jesus in the Injil.
After his ascension, yeah.
Corrupted, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You just told me that you wouldn't follow religion with corrupted scriptures, but within your religion, you have 3 sets of corrupted scripture.
Mm-hmm.
So you do follow religion with corrupted scripture.
No, and the reason why I say that is because one of the names of the Qur'an is Al-Furqan, right?
No worries. I never said that the Quran was corrupt, but within your religion, the revelations that your God sent down, 3 out of 4 of them are corrupt. You have within your paradigm, the Torah, the Injil, the Zabur, within your paradigm that is mentioned in your Quran, within your religion, are corrupted scripture. So you do follow religion with corrupted scriptures.
Okay, so let me finish my answer, right? So one of the names of the Quran is Al-Furqan, meaning that it corrects the mistakes of what came before it, right? So with that being said, when each revelation came down and it was given to the people, it was within the purest form, right? And then after time, after the people, after those prophets died and things like that, the people, they either left it, they went against their own way, or they corrupted it and they went against the way, right?
I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand. I talk to Muslims all the time. I know your position. So what
was I gonna say?
That the Quran came to correct them, right? And then it's the Furqan, so you don't have to follow anything that's in those previous books.
Yeah, but the thing is, though,
right? So I know your position. I know your position. But the thing is, within your own paradigm, there's still corrupted scriptures. So the reason. Hold on, let me finish, bro. The track record of your God is he's 1 for 4. He's 25%. He's 25% on protecting his scripture. He's 25%. So let me ask you a question. If you was you seen a chick and you wanted to marry her, but you find out that she unalived 3 of her previous husbands, are you going to trust her?
No, not at all. But
Right.
we have to.
So
We
why
have,
would
but the
you
thing is,
trust
we have
Allah?
to.
Allah is he's not. If you living up to a certain standard, Allah is not trustworthy. He's not. All of his previous scriptures got corrupted. But you're gonna sit here and tell me, oh, now finally he's gonna get it right with the Quran.
But the thing is, let's be consistent across the board, right? Within all monotheistic faiths, we believe that God is the all-knowing, the all-powerful. Correct. So this being said, we can use the same ones to say these people were unalived. These people had things done to them, right? And if God is the all-powerful, right, why would He allow these things happen to these people?
But
Right?
that's a whole
He's
different
supposed to be
context.
the.
That's a whole
But
different
no,
context.
wait.
That's K. That's a whole
Can
different
I-
context. You're dealing with the problem with good and evil. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about physical scriptures that was here for us, physical books that was here, and your God failed to protect them. Do you think Allah could have protected these books if He wanted to?
In the same way, right, that God could have protected people from tsunamis. God could have protected me from
Did
this
He
and that,
protect
right?
these books?
But wait, can I finish so I
No,
can
we're
answer?
talking
That's all
about
I'm
something
asking.
different, bro.
I'm trying to keep a certain standard, right?
No, you're not.
So let me finish. Okay, I'm not trying to do that. What am I trying to do
No,
then?
because we're talking about books that His divine revelation. These are divine revelations to guide and lead the people. We're not talking about natural disasters. We're not talking about stuff like that. We're talking about what He intended for people to follow, in order for them to get to heaven, in order for them to live righteousness. This supersedes just a tsunami or natural disaster. We're talking about what people eternal damnation or condemnation or eternal life is on the at stake here. So could Allah, if He wanted to, preserve these books?
Yeah, but the thing is that you have to understand that within every single thing that God gives us, people have complete free will. Okay? So within people having complete free will, they will do as they please. Right? It doesn't whether God legislates something or gives us something or not, we have the complete free will to follow it and to do good with it or to not do good with it, right?
So can your
within
will,
every
right? Can your will supersede Allah's will,
bro? No, not at all. I'm
okay,
not
so
saying
it means that it
I
must have been Allah's will for these books to get corrupted, because no person on earth can supersede Allah's will. If it was Allah's will to preserve these books, then anyone cannot corrupt and supersede Allah's will. So it had to be Allah's will.
Can I finish my thoughts? I have no issue with you speaking with any.
Can you compress them a little bit, because we're having a dialogue,
but
not a monologue. We're not trading monologues here.
I understand that, but nothing that you're saying can be compressed. Nothing in this argument can be compressed because none of it is a to B situation. It has to be explained. So if you want to ask me questions or rebuttal, that's completely fine, right? Just as I will not interrupt you and allow you to give your rebuttal, I ask the same thing in return. Can we respect that?
Yeah, but if you go off somewhere else, I'm going to stop you.
I'm not going off anywhere. It's all connected. I have no reason to go on a tangent.
No, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. But as I said before, nothing in this conversation can be compressed or simplified. It has to go through the correct portions.
Okay.
1 second. I'm talking to the lady at the toll booth. 1 second. I apologize. Hold on.
You good.
1 minute.
If you're in here with us, go ahead and hit the like button. How many likes do we have on the stream? We got 141 people. 121. Let me see.
Okay, so as I was saying, right, when it comes to these things, right, we have the complete free will. So within your argument, right, God could have done this, God could have done that, right? God could have saved people from, like a mass murderer. God could have done this, God could have done that, right? Which is, I can understand it entirely, right? These are very like atheist arguments, right? But the thing about it is, when it comes to people having complete free will, they would choose what they want to do with these books or not, right? So in the past, when the revelation was given to them in the original form, it was uncorrupted, right? And after time, people went away from the message, right? Even if we look at the Jews, right? When Jesus was sent, why was he sent to those people? Because they left the way entirely, right? So that was the whole point of him coming to correct their affairs. Christians understand that. Muslims understand that.
It wasn't for their books being corrupt.
It was actually, you know what? I can't really respond to that entirely because that's not something I'm completely.
Yeah, it wasn't because of the books.
How do you say?
It wasn't because of the books, because Jesus gets up and he reads from the Torah. He validates the Torah in his time.
Yeah,
so it wasn't
you're right.
You're
100%. Yeah, you're right. Nah, you're right. Because the thing about it is, he didn't come with like a new scripture or anything like that. You're right. You're 100% right about that. Yeah. But the thing is this though, right? So within every nation, people go their own way, or they may do this or they may do that, right? And every revelation was sent to a certain people at a certain time for certain reasons. Okay. So with the Qur'an, we believe it was sent to humanity at that point. It was no longer sent to certain nations. Like even with Jesus, he was sent to the lost sheep of Israel. Even, with Moses, he was sent to the children of Israel and all this other thing. So every revelation was sent to certain people at a certain time. And whether those people followed it or not, that was completely up to them what they was going to do with it. But the thing is, when it comes to the Qur'an, we are free from that corruption because of the preservation that it has.
Okay.
The Quran is not like any other text that came before.
Okay. Now, in the Quran, it says no one can change Allah's words, correct?
Yeah, you can't change what Allah has already said.
Right. Is the Torah Allah's words?
Yeah.
Is the Zabur Allah's words?
Yeah.
The Injil?
Yeah.
And they got corrupted though.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? If Allah says,
you see how that don't make sense, K?
No, I can explain it to you easily, but I can understand how that can be confusing 100%. But I'm going to explain it to you like this. So, let's say somebody says, let's say someone's reading Qur'an, okay? Let's say someone's reading Qur'an and they put something there in the recitation that's not there, right? At that point, that is not Allah's words, that is the person's words. The revelation itself will always be there, right? Whether it is written down or not, Allah has already revealed it. You cannot go and change and say, oh, Allah, says this. No, he never said that. This is what you're saying, right? So physically speaking, when Allah says something, humans do not have the ability to change it. Now, you can go on paper and say, oh, this says this, but it never said that. Allah never said that, right? So it's a big difference. It's a big difference because you cannot physically change what Allah said. Like, just like you can't physically change anything that I say.
So are you saying that it's not talking about the books? It's not talking about his books. His books can be changed.
No. This is you had the first part right.
No,
I'm saying to you is this.
I'm asking you. When it says that no one can change Allah's words, is it talking about his books or is it just talking about the recitation of his book?
To the best of my to the best of my knowledge, what it sounds like to me is it's speaking about the physical, actual words that God has actually said.
But is
right?
it
Because
his books?
Once something,
I'm asking you, is it his books? Is it talking about his books?
I'm saying specifically about his physical words that are being said. Right? When he physically says something,
you're not answering my question, bro.
No, I'm trying.
Is it talking about
I'm
the
trying
books,
to.
yes or no, and then you can expound. Is it talking about his books not being able to be?
I'm saying
corrupted
I'm
or
saying
altered?
it. I'm saying that I believe it is his physical word specifically that cannot be corrupted.
So his books can be corrupted.
If people, it's been done in the past. People have done it, right? But the thing is, when things have come to a point of preservation, like the Qur'an and the memorization that we have on a global scale, it cannot be corrupted.
Let me show you something real quick. You see this? This is 378.
Can you read it to me? I can't.
This is 378.
Yeah, it's a little small.
Yeah, this is Ali and Ron. Ayah 78. Ayah 78. Ali and Ron. And this is talking about the Jews alter Allah's words. You see that? The big
Okay.
globe
Yes.
letters?
Okay. Read it.
Okay.
You read it to me.
Yeah. It says, Allah states that some of the Jews, may Allah's curses descend on them, distort Allah's words with their tongues, change them from their appropriate places, and alter their intended meanings. They do this to deceive the ignorant people by making it appear that the words are in the book of Allah. They attribute their own lies to Allah, even though they know what they have lied is invented in falsehood. So this is what you're saying, right? This is the part that you agree with, right? Let's see. And then it says, and they speak lies against Allah. It says, who distort the book with their tongues, meaning, so it's not breaking down the ayat. Abu Qadir reported that Ibn Abbas said that the ayah means that they alter and add, although none among Allah's creation, meaning man, right? Creation is man, can remove the words of Allah from his books. They alter and distort their apparent meanings. While bin Munabeh said the Torah and the Injil remain as Allah revealed them, and no letter in them was removed. However, people misguide others by addition and false interpretation, relying on books they wrote themselves. So this talking about the books. No letter, none can alter Allah's books.
Yeah, and it says they you said something about the books that they have wrote themselves. Read
Yeah,
it for
they
me again
wrote
for me,
some
please.
other different books.
And then said they came from Allah. Okay, so this is the thing, right?
So we can agree. We can agree because you said, yeah, people can change the physical books, right? According to this, they can't. You can't
so this is the thing, right?
Change Allah's books.
Okay, so this is the thing, right? You said before, you just read that it said that they will distort the meanings, right? And they will speak things and say what's not in the book and things like that, right? So there's a couple of points when it comes to that. Number one, something that we know for a very long time is that literacy, is something that was not common for a very long time within many different nations, right? Literacy was not something that was.
But can we agree before you go on? Before we agree that no one can change Allah's books, the Torah, the Injil, the Zabur. They can't change. They can't change the text. They can't change the text.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Hold on.
So how are you telling me that these books are not corrupted?
Wait. Hold on. Let me finish my point, right? Because I'm gonna get to that point specifically about books, right? Because this is something that is a little bit unclear to me. But I'm going to give it to you and see what you say about that, right? So, as I was saying, literacy was not something that was prevalent. So, in a lot of these times, this knowledge of books or something like that was left to specific groups of people. So, these groups of people can easily say, "Oh, the book says this," but it doesn't say it, right? At all. But this is what they're telling the people. These people can't read anything like that. They rely on these people for knowledge, right? So, with this being said, they have not changed exactly what the book has says, but they're changing what they tell people it says, right? Secondly, when it comes to the word book specifically, within Islam, even before the Qur'an was even in printed format, it was called Kitab Allah. It was called the Book of Allah, right? But even then, it was not written down in any form at all. So within Islamic history, the term book can be used literally for something that's written down, and or it can be used for something that is purely revelation.
I understand this, bro. I understand. But according to that tafsir, it says not one letter. Not one letter. It's talking about books. It's talking about physical books at that time. Because it says if it's talking about the books that was with Wabin Manabe, of course, these books are not changed. These books remains the same. No letter was removed from these books, and this is in the 7th century. So this is talking about so this is talking about the people of the book. They had uncorrupted books in the 7th century.
Mm-hmm.
So when Muslims go around and claim, well, all of your books are corrupted, your Quran never says this. The Quran never makes the claim that every single Torah, every single book, every single manuscript that the Jews and the Christians have been corrupted and have been changed. It doesn't say that.
Yeah. Okay. So there was one part of what you just read when it said that they alter with it the meanings and stuff like that, right?
With their tongue.
But to be 100%, but to be 100% honest with you, like I said, I'm in a car, so I can't really go too deep with certain parts, and I'm going to concede on his argument on an aspect of my own ignorance because I need to do some more research so I can actually understand this on a deeper level, so I can talk to you about it more. Because I don't want to sit here and just make stuff up to you and talk to you and say, oh, this or that, like a lot of people be doing. So you have your points. I'm going to concede and tell you I cannot respond to it right now. I respect your stance and stuff like that. And you have some pretty good points. I can't sit here and lie to you. And I can understand why, you will hold that opinion and things like that. You will hold that belief. But I'm not in a position right now when I can respond to that.
I respect that. I totally respect that, bro. But while you're doing your research, remember that the reason most Muslims give us why the Quran came is that the previous books were corrupted. You know what I'm saying? But if this is saying no, Allah had the books was good this whole time, then the whole reason that the Quran came, or the reasoning that they're giving you that the Quran came, it fails, it collapses because
your reasoning is saying. Yeah, your reason is saying Allah says that He will protect the books. Then you're asking, what about the books that came before? If the books are protected, then how were the other ones corrupted? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm in a car at this point. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
I'm just giving you something
really
to keep on the forefront of your mind.
Nah, yeah. No, I get you 100%. Because the thing is, if we look within some parts historically speaking, specifically within the Bible and stuff like that. There were books that were taken out. There were verses that were not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what book it was, but it ends at a certain point. And then in the later time, some verses were added to specifically to be in congruency with the other gospels around it.
That's textual criticism, and I tell you, brother, we can go through that whenever you come back. You know what I'm saying? After you
yeah, for sure.
Right? Because I'm not trying to overload you with too much information right now. I just want to give you that, put that on the front of your mind. You go do your research, you come back, and then we can finish this, because this is the thing that you also gonna have to grasp with as being a Muslim. If you come to the conclusion that these books are corrupt still, then why on earth will your Quran confirm these books? Even though they're corrupt and changed, that means that your Quran is also false, because it's confirming the validity of these corrupted books. But if these books are not changed, and we see contradictions in between the Quran, which says that these books they confirm it, then these books are true, then your Quran is still false, because now
then the Quran will be the outlier in this situation. Yeah, I can understand that 100%. Right. The Quran will be the outlier in this situation. Then I get you 100%. All right, I get what you're saying. Like, I have some responses for the other stuff, but I'm not in a position to go into that, because, like I said, I'm not in a good position to even go that deep into it. I thought you were about to ask like a philosophical question about like belief or something.
I don't really do philosophy too much, bro. I stick with scripture. I stick with beliefs. I stick with, I can do a little bit of philosophy, but that's not my thing.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Yeah.
We pour over the scriptures. We pour over the beliefs. We look what the book says and what like if you go into the Bible and you see something in the Bible, hold me to it. And if I don't have an answer, I will do the same thing like you. But you know what I'm saying. But All I'm doing is holding the Quran to the claims that it makes internally, what it says. That's
I
it.
want to tell you this specifically about Muslims, right? And this is I'm gonna be for real, right? And this is the sad part about it, right? I'm African American, I'm Black American. You feel me? And
Yeah,
the
me too,
truth
bro.
of the matter is, most Muslims from Muslim countries do not know jack-ish about Islam or about the Quran. They were raised upon certain things that were culture, and they just went along with it. They don't even know the difference between culture and religion. So when you're talking to a lot of these people, they don't know what they're even talking about. They just rebuttaling points that people told them before. They never looked deeply into this stuff. Now, the points that you brought forth, I've looked into this stuff, but it's been a minute, so I can't really regurgitate everything I need or give you the sources. So that's on me, and I'm accepting that. You feel me? Because your points are your points, and your points are valid. But I'm not at a place to combat against it. But the thing is, most people from Muslim countries don't know anything about Islam. They don't know anything about, like, they can tell you the 5 pillars, but they can't tell you what the 6 articles of faith are. They never even heard of this. They don't even understand what purity means in Islam. So it's like, when you having these conversations, you will have people that are pulling stuff out of their butt because they don't know, and they're trying to make up these reasonings. They don't know, which is wrong. Do not speak about any religion or anything that you do not have any type of solid knowledge on with proof, because you're gonna make you look bad. You're gonna make the religion look bad, whether it's Christianity or anything. And that's my advice to you too. Like, and I appreciate you said, when someone brings you a point and you can't respond to, you don't know, you concede to it, and you tell them straight up, I don't have the qualifications to talk on that. I don't even know to even talk on that. Because if not, you just spreading lies. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I appreciate your talk. You feel me? You got some solid points. Like I said, it's been a minute for me. I ain't looked into this. You feel me? But yeah, most people don't know what the hell they talking about. Keep it 100 with you.
All right, bro, for sure, man. Appreciate it, man. Give me a follow, or you can come back and we can have a finished
Yeah, for
discussion.
sure. All right, bro. All right, be easy, man.
All right, bro. Cool guess. We getting some good conversations. Y'all pray for the brother. Pray for the brother. All right, let's see who we got. Oh, I got somebody on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, he left. Did he leave? Hamza, you was on YouTube. You can come back if you're ready. Let's see who we got here. Did I get all the super chats, YouTube? Did I get all of the super chats, yo? I think I did. Y'all pray for the brother, man. That's the type of conversations we want. I respect the man for saying, I don't know, I have to go find out. Okay, he's not loading up. They're not loading up. Oh, there you go.
So
Oh, give me a second
Muslims.
real quick. Are you a Muslim?
Well, no. Muslims should be Christian because that's false. It's a false religion.
I appreciate you, bro. God bless. Appreciate the super chat from my boy Alfred Jenkins. Appreciate that. That man say T-bone on me. That's what's up. That's up. T-bone. You know what? I ain't had a T-bone in a minute, man. I ain't had a T-bone in a minute, bruh. Appreciate that, Jinx. Looking out. Shout out to Ribeyes. Oh, Mr. Ron Burgundy, he got expensive taste. He like them ribeyes, man. That's expensive taste there, man. You got that expensive taste, bruh. Yeah, I mean, $10 ain't gonna get us a whole T-bone, but it's a start. It's a start, KC Coop. It's a start. It's a $10 that I ain't gotta put up. You know what I mean? They ain't gotta put up. That's what's up. Oh, we got Joel. Joe says, what up, word? I hope Nico Collins balls out tomorrow. I need that win. Yeah, we need that win, man. We can't be dropping no games, man. We too close. We too close. All right, TikTok, man. Y'all keep pulling that. Keep tapping that screen. Keep tapping that screen, y'all. Oh, we got us another super chat. Who we got here? Another super chat. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Miss Baron Mordo says you might need a side dish. Okay, a side dish. That's look at STD. What? A side dish, man. Good looking out, Miss Baron Mordo. Good looking out. Super chat. Appreciate that. Yeah, I can get me 2 side dishes with that. I can get me 2 side dishes with that. You know? I can get me 2 side dishes. That's what I mean. It says STDE. I'm just saying, but no, I appreciate you, Miss Baron Mardo. Just playing with you. Mohammed, you on stage. Mohammed Suel, you on stage on YouTube. Can they not hear me? Mohammed Suel Ahmed, you on stage. Zero Skill became a member. Looking out. Good looking out. Oh, he a troll, y'all? Is this Shukat? Is this Shakat? It might be him. I'm gonna just boot him from the studio just in case. If that's Shakat, I'm booting Shakat, y'all. Appreciate you for becoming a member, Zero Skill. I thought you was a member already. Thought you was a member. All right. Come on up, Muslims, if you have a question. If you want to answer this question. If you want to answer this question, come on up. Or look like I done ran through them all. They all bowing down. You know? Al-Islam says Muhammad Suel Ahmed will not speak. He's a time waster. Yeah, I'm glad you told me. He's Houston Euler. If Houston Euler say he's the worst in column 2, then he can't be understood either by typing or by voice. What? Yeah, he's a clown then. Because Houston know everybody on the internet, on the YouTube. Houston be everywhere, man. I go into a live stream, look like I'm fairly new because I be looking for new lives and stuff. I be looking and I see Houston in that joint. I'm like, man, Houston just be everywhere. Him and Alyssa and Noel and Harvest and Noel Crawford, they be everywhere, bro. I be like, man, they know more people on YouTube than I do. You know, Rebecca. Appreciate that, Rebecca. Appreciate the super sticker. KO. Appreciate that. Good looking out, Rebecca. Now I might can give me a full dish. I got me a T-bone, 2 sides, and a dessert. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some pie or something. Some pecan pie. I love pecan pie. I love some pecan pie, y'all. Yeah, Donnie Burgundy, he be everywhere, bro. Houston be everywhere. And he a mod. And they be like, hey, he a mod in here too? Houston I think he collect mods like Thanos rings, bro. Like, for real. Like, he collect mods like Thanos rings, dog. He be everywhere. Be modding up everybody. Be like, man, how he get a mod in here, man? You know? I be low-key jealous sometimes, bro. I be like, how he get a mod in there already? Shoot. Life probably on a game. Wake up, Life. You on the game, bro? Pecan, I'm gonna keep you in my prayers. What's wrong with pecan pie favor? Am I Orthodox? I'm a catechumen, yo. Chargers gonna beat Robo show, man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. How you gonna say Chargers gonna beat us, bro? You got the best defense in the league, homie. Javo, what's happening?
Hey, what's good, man? I'm sorry, I'm not Muslim, but I legit need to ask you questions because I want to convert to Orthodoxy.
I'm a catechumen myself, bro. I don't know. I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? So you might.
So what was the process to getting to be a catechumen?
You find a church, you go talk to the priest. You find an Eastern Orthodox church or a Greek Orthodox church. You go in there, you talk to the priest. He's gonna recommend you. What my priest did, that he's gonna recommend you to come to a few services, get familiar with it. Because if you never been, if you like coming from Protestant, man, you're gonna be. It's a culture shock.
Yeah, so I was raised Catholic, so I don't think it's not too far off.
Yeah, it's not
but
too far off.
Yeah, I kind of went to like Protestantism like later on, and now I just feel like I'm being called to become Orthodox. So I was just wondering, man, like how is it being a catechumen?
Was you baptized in a Catholic church?
Yeah, I was born in I was raised in a Catholic orphanage, so I was baptized as a baby.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just find you a good church. I mean, a church that's around you close. Go talk to the priest and go a couple of times and see how you like it. And then he's going to tell you, hey, you're going to have to start, and if you decide you want to join, you start going through the classes and stuff. It's not that difficult.
Okay, got you. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. I ain't taking much time from you. I just wanted to ask you some questions. That was it. Appreciate it.
For sure, man. God bless you.
Same.
All right, Muslims, go ahead and come on up if you want to come on up. Come on up. I think she might accidentally. Keister or Kai-Star. How you say your name? Kai-Star. Keister. Sister. Yeah, I think it was an accident, y'all. Zippy said, I have a question for Muzzies. Yeah, you can open up your own live and you can ask your questions, all the questions you want. You can ask all the questions you want. All right, man. Let me see. Should I change the topic? Seem like they running from this one, y'all. Yo. Manoon. Matter of fact, how long I been on? 3 hours? Might be time for me to call it. It might be time for me to just go ahead and retire, before I get another swarm of guests and I be on another 3 hours. Then my wife come. Y'all got me in trouble last night. Y'all got me in trouble with my wife, y'all. Y'all got me in trouble. Yeah, y'all did. She asked me this morning, what time did you come to bed? I was like, wasn't that late. Wasn't that late. You know what I'm saying? I ain't said it wasn't late. I said it wasn't that late. She's like, You know how when wives do that, they don't believe nothing you saying. They don't believe nothing you saying. When they do that, You might as well hang it up. Just don't. They don't believe nothing you saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm doing it. She don't really trip. She don't really trip. She don't really trip. She knows. She know what it is. It only appeared that I was late. That's right. That's right. You know what I'm saying? She hit that. Yeah. She don't believe me. She ain't believe me. Yusuf said the word, I believe you could do another 7 hours. We believe in you. No, I can't. I can't. And I won't be. And I won't be. Nope. Not another 8 hours. I won't be doing it. All right, man. I'm going to get up off of here, y'all. I'm going to get up off of here. Appreciate y'all for coming through. God bless y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of the gifts, the super stickers, the super chats, the whole 9. May the Lord Jesus Christ keep a hedge of protection around you and your family. Y'all are the number one. Y'all the best. Y'all the best community on YouTube, man. Y'all the best community on YouTube, if I have to say so myself. If I have to say so myself. Hey, TikTok, God bless y'all. I will be gone. I'm going to be up out of here. God bless y'all. Y'all are the best. You know, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, I will be seeing y'all later. Maybe not tomorrow. I got some games to watch tomorrow. But I'll be seeing y'all probably Monday or so. You know, from now on to the ages of ages. Amen. Uh-oh. I got a whole $2. Got a whole $2 for 3 hours. I'm rich. I got a whole $2. Appreciate y'all, man. YouTube, y'all are the best. Y'all the best. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, they want the full Muslim song.
على شاطئ المطبخ نظرت
Y'all crazy.
دجاجة كثيرة اللحم وريش المدندل.
Full Muslim, y'all. Just for y'all. Full Muslim, y'all. Somebody said I want that full Muslim song. Do y'all really want that full Muslim song? Do y'all? I might put it in my Patreon if y'all really want that full Muslim song. I seen somebody say, "Yeah, I want it." Y'all really want that full Muslim song? Avery said he want it. Logic wants it. Okay, y'all gotta subscribe to the Patreon. It'll be free though. It won't. I'll put it on the free side. I won't charge y'all for it. But if y'all want to support me, man, if y'all want to support, if y'all like what I do, of course you can give a super chat. Or if you want to be continuously, you can, support monthly. You can subscribe to my Patreon. You can subscribe to my Patreon. Also, you can buy me a coffee. I got a link. You can buy me a coffee. Right? Link, buy me a coffee, or you can subscribe to the Patreon just to show your appreciation. Nothing wrong with it, I appreciate it. I can do a lot of more stuff. I can be more, have more flexibility in doing stuff to, further the kingdom. So it's totally up to you. If God put it on your heart that you can support me, Patreon is there. If I have a mod, can you put the link? Where is Alyssa? Where is Alyssa at? Alyssa usually be here. Alyssa usually be putting the links up, y'all. Where is Alyssa? I'm going to have a talk with Alyssa. Appreciate the subscription, Doctor. Alyssa dipped a while ago. Oh, yeah. She went to somebody else's channel? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Warrior for Christ. Don't tell me that. She done went to somebody else's channel. That's how Alyssa doing? Is that how Alyssa doing? She fired. Jeff say she fired. I ain't gonna do a Trump. I ain't gonna do a Trump style, y'all. I ain't gonna do a Trump style. I ain't gonna fire. She deserved one day out. She on the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying? She like in, I think Australia somewhere. So I ain't gonna fire her, y'all. I give her a break. But if it become a habit, Alyssa, I know you're gonna watch this later. If it become a habit, Alyssa, we're gonna have to have a talk. You dig? Oh man, I'm just kidding, man. God bless y'all. I put you on big screen. I called you out, Warrior for Christ. I called you out. Yep, for sure. I appreciate y'all, man. You know what time it is. You ain't gotta go home. You ain't gotta go to bed. But one thing you must do is watch your head.
Yeah. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head down, just get. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Man, ain't no way I'm finna listen to you spit. With your PDF supporting now, for you finna get clip. Idiot, poses wise when truth approach you, close your eyes, hold the lies and show your pride is oversized in your replies. Trying to teach, but you only came to preach. Lying about Jesus, who you think you finna reach. In your speech I hear the weakness, that's why you won't shut up. Demons in your ear convince you to be evil is what you disagree. It's history, too late to change it, it's a thing. Wins ain't free round here, bro. When you speak I'm listening. So if you think you finna be hitting me with your wizardry, convincing me to give a free platform, you're tripping, G. I don't mince words, I don't get purrs who don't deserve the way. Why don't you learn? You shown you've earned it, so deserve your fate and so discern what happened here, so you learn your place. I know it burned, but grow and turn from falsehood into grace. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head down, just get. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Just pay close attention, that hateful ambition is why you done failed your mission. Your faith is a prison that makes you a victim, that's why you ain't breaking my rhythm. You ain't finna get in, my spirit is sealed. Don't know your God, can't say if it's real. To me he sound awful like Satan for real, trying to convince me he made us to kill. What are you stupid? This is the war of the spirit, but you don't know it or walk it or live it. You don't see what's happening, you're walking into it. You're dead where it matters and lost and diluted. You can give pain, you can give hate, but don't wanna take it. That is your way, you will give hate because you love Satan. I'm not finna pause my day to listen to someone whose Lord is hate. I'm finna walk away. Yeah. Whoa. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head down, just get. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here.